T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. I hope you're well. Welcome back to another Monday night live show. We are Team Kop-Ish. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Got some topics to discuss tonight. Stuff that it seems we have to discuss all the time. We're going to speak about the Pgmol and referees against Liverpool. Going to be speaking about Michael Edwards. A deal for him to come back to the club seems imminent. And also going to be speaking about someone who he has apparently wanted to bring to the club as well. That is Richard Hughes, joined by the one and only Drifty and the one and only man like Matt. Evening, boys. How you guys doing?
I'm blessed, my brother, but that's not how we say their name, bro.
I don't want to swear in it.
We don't call them that, bro. We don't call them that. Them man there don't get to be called that until they act right. You get me?
No, I hear you. I hear you. Should we just look? Let's just jump straight into it.
Parts of the world and
they
come in certain things. It's all crazy.
I hear you. Let's just get straight into it. Yet another mistake and yet another cover-up. What like, bruv, that's what Diesel and Test and them man used to do, you know. Remember Kane with the big boot and Test? Remember Test?
Yeah. Bruv. Do you know what's so crazy? If you watch back the replay, which I'm sure everyone has seen it how many times, McAllister actually wins the ball because the ball comes off McAllister's chest. Then he karate kicks him while hitting the ball. So McAllister wins the ball first.
But Matt, sorry to cut you, bro. Even if Doku got the ball first, I mean, Jones got the ball first against Basuma, it's still a red card.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, if you win, it's not winning the ball, it's the follow-through, we're told.
Oh, I'm just pointing out, though, that even if they want to try and say that he won the ball, the whole point is, regardless of all of that,
they said he won the ball.
McAllister had the ball. Doku then decides to fly kick him in his chest, and they said it's all right. So yeah,
It's what Charlie Murphy did to Rick James in the sketch.
I watched it back, you man. Yeah, do you know how long there was between the check complete and the incident?
Go on.
No. Well, I'm gonna take a guess. 6 seconds.
26.
That's a guess.
Cal hit the nail on the nail on the head. 20 seconds. 20 seconds from the incident to them saying check complete and telling to play on. 20 seconds. I've seen them take 5 minutes on an offside. They took 20 seconds. That means they didn't check it properly. They didn't really. And do you want to know what the wording was? Unavoidable contact. Check complete. This is official. I'm not just gassing. I'm not saying things for the jokes. They said unavoidable contact.
Not just that, Drift. Remember who Michael Edwards went and refereed for not that long ago?
Yeah.
Who? Sorry, who?
Michael Oliver went and refereed. I think it was in Dubai. And guess who he got paid by? The Man City owners.
Them blue envelopes.
Is that not the biggest conflict of interest you've ever heard, Cal? Like, seriously.
Yes.
That is the biggest conflict of interest. That is basically me being a Liverpool fan and refereeing a game between Man City and Arsenal when Liverpool have a heavy invested thing in the game. You wouldn't trust me. You'd be like, and I could be trying to be legit, but I'm still going to come across dodgy. So what should happen is that referee should never be allowed to be involved in any match that has anything to do with anything with the title race or top four or whatever it is that team are actually going in for. If Man City was in a top four race, he shouldn't be allowed to do any Villa, Man U, Tottenham games. If Man City in a title race, which they always are, he shouldn't be allowed to do any games that involve Man City or any of the teams that are trying to be in the league.
We know this. Here's another thing as well, guys. Arsenal, we should have had a penalty, and Man City, we should have had a penalty. If we collect 2 more points in those games, we are 4 points better off than we are right now, and we're sitting comfortably at the top of the league. And they are 1 point each less than what they have.
I'm sick and tired of also hearing, like, it's not against them, but you see, like, when you'll see like a program on like Sky Sports, big up Sky Sports, but it's not about them. It's more about when they get on. I visit Dermot Gallagher, and he says things like, "Yeah, it's a penalty. If that's outside of the box, a penalty. It should be a penalty." I'm so sick to death of hearing that I'm sorry, because you know what's gonna happen later on, right?
Yeah, I'm done with hearing it now.
I'm done with it, bro. I don't want to hear.
Oh no,
we're sorry. I don't.
Yeah, that's a point. Just right. There was no sorry with this one.
No, not yet. Because remember when it happened with.
But that's standing on business with this one.
No. When it happened with the Diaz one, nothing was said straight away. I don't know if you remember. It was only how many weeks later they issued an apology. I'm already thinking they're gonna try and do the same old thing. I don't want to hear it. Do you know what Liverpool needs to start doing now? Liverpool needs to go to an independent committee and whatever and sue the Pgmol. Do you know what? If Man City can go to the fight the FA regarding them 115 charges, then why can't we fight the Pgmol? You tell me.
Here's the maddest thing, Matt.
Just saying.
They're actually standing on job with this one. They didn't come out the next step. They've literally got, no, that was correct. Like, they're standing on job. They're not trying to do the, you know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, as Liverpool fans, we know everyone's going to do that. You lot are crying. You lot are this, you lot that. This is the world we live in now, isn't it? Until it happens to them. It's mad, isn't it? It's always when it happens to someone else when people start to realize that they should have listened to you in the first place. But what's crazy about it is everything that we're going through, all the adversity that we're having to go through, if we do win, it's just going to make it so much sweeter, you man. Like, it's really going to, and I know there's a possibility we might not win and all of this stuff would have got in the way. Yeah. But if we do win this, it's going to feel so much sweeter that like right now we're Bret Hart and we're trying to go up against Shawn Michaels, Vince McMahon, the McMahon family, Shane McMahon, like Triple H.
Bret got screwed in the end, bro.
I know.
It's like when The Rock and Stone Cold had to go up against the corporate ministry.
The corporation.
Do you remember when the corporation? No, that's what I said. It's corporate ministry. When they teamed up, fam. It was like that. Every week, Rock and Stone Cold just getting beat up. Pause. Every week, bro.
Boys, I'm not asked a question. I know the answer, but I've got to ask it as a host and try and bring a balanced opinion, which I am trying to do with this one. It's very hard to be balanced with this one. You know, they say decisions balance themselves out over the course of a season, etc. Again, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I might be being really biased here. I can't think of any standout moments. Do you know? In fact, no, I can. The Chelsea game with Nkunku, when they believe they should have got a penalty in that game and they didn't get a penalty. That's the one that stands out to me. I don't know if anyone in the chat or whether you guys can think of any others. I know Jota last season with the high boot against Spurs, but in that same game, the person who received the high boot should have been sent off for almost breaking Luis Diaz's ankle. So that almost balanced itself out in the actual game.
Do you remember when Rodri handballed it 2 seasons ago and they said it was chest? Yeah.
Cal, saying this bullshit as well. I won't be surprised if that's a peach.
I know, but brother, I'm trying to bring substance to the show, bro. You got to help me out here, brother. I'm trying to be unbiased.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
I've got unenviable,
balance himself out, yeah. Why has Man United got all those Premier League titles and no one caught up yet?
Did Man United get a penalty when the game was finished?
Yeah.
Remember, a game actually finished and then they awarded a penalty.
About this season, because if we go back,
I'm just saying.
Guys, here's the maddest thing. Here's the maddest thing.
Crazy.
The referee, Paul Tierney, in the Nottingham Forest game, wasn't great. He wasn't great. And what he did, the Nottingham Forest man are mad about. We scored 2 minutes later, 1 minute 50. That's 2 minutes later. So technically, it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual drop ball. But let's just flip the situation and realize he did the same thing to us in the first half. They're just not good enough to score from it. He did exactly the same thing in the first half. It should have been ours, and then he gave it back to them. Then in the second half, he did it up. So what that says to me is he just don't know the rules, because he literally made the same mistake twice for both teams. So therefore, he just thinks that's what the rules are.
Yeah, he didn't. We know Tierney's tap, bro.
Of course. But here's the wickedest thing. They've made more about that incident than they have about this penalty. That's a very subjective, easy mistake, and we scored 2 minutes later that had nothing to do with the mistake. And they made more problems, more hassles. The media spoke about it more. Everybody's tried to say we didn't deserve the win 10 times more than this, which was yesterday just blatantly just a scandal. It was just a scandal. It's just daylight robbery right in front.
What game?
The Nottingham Forest incident when we give the ball back.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, not 30 seconds, not 20 seconds, straight from the kickoff. 2 minutes later, we scored. Everyone knows in football, 2 minutes is an eternity. It's not like we scored straight away. They had the ball 4 times in their possession before we scored. It had nothing to do with that incident.
That got so much.
Everybody in the media, the pundits, everybody was like, Liverpool skanked it, Nottingham Forest were screwed. And they were still talking about it all week. And this incident, which is literally daylight robbery and actually kind of like, is this cheating? They brushed it under the carpet and gone, Liverpool, shut up about it, man. It's nothing. Move on. It's like, whoa. We're literally watching it in our face and there's nothing we can do about it. We're literally being cheated in our face and there's nothing we can do about it. Poor Liverpool. Poor Liverpool. No. We're actually getting cheated week in, week out. We're officially at the top of the stats for most mistakes made against us. What's going on here?
Stay there at that point. And Matt, you even said it earlier about sort of like an independent adjudicator of some sort.
Independent, regular,
I feel like I'm just going over and saying the same things I say every week. What realistically can be done if we just break it down? What can start to be done now?
If we're being honest,
who called it? Sorry, Ty. This is not me having a go at you, by the way, Ty. Who called it a monumental decision?
The narrative, the media, this was the narrative push.
The media called it monument. Do you know what monumental means?
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. That's mad.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I'll be honest, when it's the league, the actual league themselves, obviously you can do the whole. This is what I think has happened anyway. Before I even get into that,
it was Mike Dean. He's called it.
Do you remember the outburst that Klopp had? I think that started. Do you remember there was a season? I don't know if it was last season before. Yeah. And I literally said, from now on, everything's going to go against us. They are going to make sure. Because remember, Klopp got fined bad, didn't it? Got fined.
Yeah.
Touchline
ban as well, didn't he?
Touchline ban, all that stuff. And I said, you know what? They're just going to be onto us now for everything. And since that's happened, lo and behold, it's actually so blatant that you just can't even ignore it, even just as a football fan. So that's why I would even say to even all the rivals as well, it's not about Liverpool, it's actually more about football. We always talk about the EPL being the best league in the world, or if not the best, right? Doesn't everybody want to see like a fair league where at least things or at least people try their best to make the best decisions? I kind of feel like there's points that's happened to us, maybe other teams as well, but more so us recently, where the league has favored and gone, we're not giving that to them. Even when you look back at the Diaz one, you don't even understand how bad that is. Bro, that is so bad to the point where, if we're being honest, if you're working in a high caliber job, there's more chance than not you might even lose your job. Yeah. It might not even just be because it's that bad. It's that big of a deal. I don't understand why these things keep happening, and we just have to
Hey
sit there and
guys,
go,
remember
"Oh,
this
okay, it's
one?
calm, it's calm, it's calm." I don't
yeah.
understand.
The
Yeah,
linesman bowled Robertson in
yeah,
the face,
that was a
and they
part.
told
That was a part of it as well. When Klopp was like, "What are we doing here?" He goes, "I've spoken to Robbo. I've seen the footage. You got smashed in the face." What did they do? I think they took the guy off duties for 1 week, and he came back. 1 week.
I don't even think he was banned, you know, man.
No, I think he missed 1 week.
I don't think he
One
was banned.
weekend.
I think he got demoted a couple of leagues. I don't think he got suspended. I think
But he was back the following week, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely. I just don't understand what we can do. Though, honestly, like, what can we actually do other than going to the independent regulator or something and trying to do it that way? But you know what happens that way? It's like going against your own boss, so to speak, because it's the league, right? So what do? You go against them, which we have every right to do. But all that's going to happen is just going to cause more friction for us, more problems for us.
Jamrock
So it's almost like a lose-lose situation, if I'm being genuinely honest.
Someone just wrote in the comments, do you think that's one of the main reasons why Klopp's moving on?
Possibly.
Think about it hard, because I've wanted to say it for a little while, but I didn't want to say it because I was like, it sounds like a reach. It sounds like copium. But when you see him on the sideline every single game and he's just looking perplexed and he's arguing the fourth official and he's watching a game that we all love and his job is on the line, that we just watch it as fans. His livelihood, his reputation, everything's on the line, and he's seeing incompetence every single game. That must be so draining.
I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling the media in general is a big reason why he wants to go. I don't think he likes how much coverage the media gets. He doesn't like the bias towards Liverpool in a negative way. And he definitely hates doing press conferences now. You can literally see it on his face when you watch a press conference. He's physically just like sick of being there. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to be there. The questions are all the same every time. He even like kind of like says it in his answers sometimes. Like, you know, you've asked me that question every week for like 10 weeks in a row now. Like, why'd you keep asking me this same? You know that, for example, when you said, guys, I know I'm leaving, but can we actually talk about the game? And then all people just kept saying was about him leaving. It's like, I actually asked if we can. It's like, we're playing Luton, by the way. Does anyone want to ask about Luton? It was like, he had to actually be like, we know we're here to talk about the match. You just keep talking about me. Like he's sick of it. He's sick of it.
The first press conference after he announces it, I expect that. If it happens 2, 3, 4 press conferences after that.
No, it was, bro. It was about the second or the third one. It's like, guys, like, you keep talking. Like, I've asked, can we stop talking about this?
It was the Norwich game that was after his announcement, wasn't it?
Dave said, what was it? Oh, this could be the last time you face such and such. And he was just like, I understand that, but we got to focus on the game. It's not about me. Because, like, imagine this year, he's been doing his Liverpool job for a while now. He kind of just wants to obviously he understands the duties that comes with it, but you can tell he just wants to coach. He just wants to manage. He doesn't want to deal with the outside duties, which go along with all the media. That goes from press conferences to flipping all the outings that he has to do outside of, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that you can tell that he's just mentally drained from. And I get it. It's part and parcel of being a manager. That's you know what I mean? That's what he signed up to. That's what he's getting paid all that money for. However, he's still allowed his own right and being like, do you know what? Yeah, this stuff is jarring. Why do you think Pep Linders even now more so? Pep Linders now more so. If he can, he'll just send Pep Linders, bruv, to go and do a press conference.
Yeah,
he'll just send him there. He's like, bro, I can't be bothered. He's in that kind of mode now, isn't it? So, yeah, man.
Oh, shout out to Pimp in Distress. He just sent me this. I'm going to read this out. Cal, Oliver was referencing for all these games. The Rodri handball versus Everton, Pickford on Van Dijk, Doku on McAllister, and obviously recently in Abu Dhabi, which is a private deal. I mean, I know there's no smoke without a fire, but he's literally got the gas canister and the matches in his hand at this point, hasn't he?
Man, and he's meant to be the best ref in England, right?
Who, Michael Oliver?
He's considered the best.
Bruv.
Like, guys, I'm gonna read that out to you. And again, just to confirm as well, this is also VAR as well. But is there a coincidence that it's just it's just him with these games. Like,
It's got to be more than a coincidence, man. Surely.
Yeah,
And do you know what? I
yeah,
don't even care about coincidence. He's clearly an incompetent ref. Then. Do you remember how we sat back after that game against Everton and thought,
oh, bruv.
how on earth has Pickford not got in trouble for that like I've never seen a player endanger another player more. If I'm being completely honest with you, I can only think of a handful of times in my life I've seen a player endanger another person more than the way Pickford endangered Van Dijk in that incident. Like, it was correct. He threw his entire body weight onto his leg. And it was nothing.
The Mane offside, the Henderson offside goal in that game as well. Oh boy!
The more you think about it, the more you just get annoyed because you realize how much.
Richarlison sent off for his tackle on Thiago, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He had to be.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No. A couple of people say Richarlison and Thiago. I'm thinking no, but he did punish him though. I'm sure
Richarlison.
That was one of the. That's honestly, that Richarlison tackle was one of the worst tackles I've seen in my life.
But you see the Pickford one. Pickford didn't get anything. You didn't realize that?
No, I hear that, but brother, I
don't think Pickford even got a card. I don't think he got a yellow card.
Bruv, Richarlison basically did the Claymore kick to Thiago's knee, bro.
Yeah, that was shocking. But I'm just saying, like, that was shocking, and the player got punished. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, people, I don't think Pickford even got a yellow card.
No, I don't think he did.
It was just nothing. It was like a nothing challenge, like nothing.
No, it was a foul.
Bro, this is what I mean, man. Bro.
All right, let me shout some of these supers, boys. Shout out to Ty. Carragher's take was a disgrace. He's a sky man now. What was Carragher's take, if you don't mind?
I didn't see Carragher's take.
He said it wasn't a penalty.
Wow, cool. Must be an Everton.
He said that Doku was trying to pull his foot away.
Bro, I don't care if he's trying to pull his foot away. So hold on. This is what I mean about the inconsistencies of just speaking. If a striker is running through and the defender tries to pull his foot away but catches him, do we turn around and go, oh, well, you know what? You see the defender, he tried to pull his foot away, so we'll let that slide.
I'm saying.
Come on, man.
Foolishness.
It's basics. This isn't even just football now. This is basics of humanity we're talking about. What are we doing here? Where's the inconsistency of just having just common sense? Come on, Cara, do better, man. Come like you're an Everton fan again, man. Bloody hell. Sadiq says Doku was setting Mac up for a start. Yeah, it was still. Ty says McAllister got sent off for contact with a boot. Remember that in the Bournemouth game early in the season? McAllister
Yeah. We'll never forget that, bro.
Couldn't believe it. H says only positive. Hold on, let me read this up. Yeah, I can't.
No, we can't read that.
I can't, H. I can't. Javrock says, I'm in the minority. Referees the last thing we should blame. That's like the third thing on the list. Before we got robbed by the ref, there was embezzlement. Facts. That's actually bad when you actually like think about it. Like, there's actually cheating going on.
Yeah, it's mad.
I was speaking about
crazy. It's crazy.
Liam says, big up, guys. Seen Walker's interview today. No, you guys I've been catching what you guys have been saying in the chat. I'm hearing Walker's on the best.
I saw a snippet. He said something
Walker's
about
been doing PR since he got caught with his pants down.
What did he do? Give off the shopping list of everything he got from the shop after
like,
Diaz
the referee did well not to bottle it because it was that. And in my brain, I was thinking, what kind of PR? Like, bro. After the incident, they're going to interview him on Sky Sports with the Man City PR presser guy and Kyle Walker. I was just like, I can't even watch it. I just saw like the snippet of it, like of him saying, I'm glad the referee didn't bottle it and rare tear. It's Anfield. He could have easily done that, but fair play to the ref. I was just like, nah, man, we got to stop this. Like, when I say to you, we need obviously the draw between Man City and Arsenal, and then we just got to take it from there. I can't even lie. We just got to take it from there. You don't understand how badly, like, man, I just want to bury these lot, man. Seriously.
Facts. Hate said we just need to focus on ourselves. It's just echoing what you're saying there, Matt. Medical team needs to fix up. We keep fit and injured players return early enough. We defo win this. I agree with that. Ty says they got all the pundits lockstep to say no pay. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Liam says Oliver was on VAR when he told the ref to look at the shirt pull on Haaland in the United City game to give a penalty. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
That was the softest penalty you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Even though we had a young buck wrestle to the ground like it was jiu-jitsu.
Oh, Dan, do you remember that?
Yeah.
No pen.
Chris says rumor is that he's one of the refs that will throw a temper tantrum against other refs if they overrule him on VAR. Dude is corrupt. Do you think I care about a temper tantrum? Them other referees are soft then. Temper tantrum.
Yeah, temper tantrum.
That's not to say rumors, you bruv. What's he gonna do? Have a little go at you down the little headset? Oh, grow up, man. What are we doing there? Temper tantrum from a next man, and you're not willing to. Oh, come on, man.
Man said,
come on, man.
Hey, big up Chris. If that's true, that is mad, you know.
Come on, what are we doing there? So what, man, are just sitting there going, we can't give that. You know what Mike's like? Oh, Mike's gonna have a go at us later.
Man there, you know.
What guys? What was it? What was that game a couple of months ago or weeks ago? We're playing in, and somebody should have been sent off for a tackle on our player, and there wasn't. And then the VAR said something along the lines of like it was aggressive, but it wasn't intentional or something.
Was that Caicedo?
Yes.
Caicedo?
Remember Gravenberch?
Yeah, Caicedo and Gravenberch, was it?
They said something on the lines of like it was overly aggressive, but it wasn't on purpose or something
like that. One of them or something like that. I think.
But we forget about that game in the Carabao because we won it, you know.
Caicedo was.
Joel should have been off, and we should have had we should have had a goal allowed in that game as well. He says, "All good on my side. Check complete. VAR." Matt Bickerzette says, "Got to find out how Sheikh got to Diaz bank account." We're going to speak about Diaz. We're going to speak about briefly. I'm going to do a members video on Diaz as well. Pimping the Stress says, "Carol, what if you tried to pull?" Hold on. I saw the P word before. Let me just dress back a sec. All right, let me basically rephrase it. What if you do a Callum and there's a bun in the oven? Do you turn around and say, "Well, it wasn't intentional"? Are you not the dad? I am the dad.
That is an absolutely spectacular analogy, by the way.
That is brazy.
Big up, Pim. That is a spectacular analogy.
Nah, for real. That is brazy, man.
It literally is. Yeah. Imagine I said to you, man, you know, the third one, not really mine, you know.
Isn't it for real?
It's not really mine still.
Yeah, man. She done it by herself, blood. Mary that.
You'd be like, "Cow, is everything all right, bro?"
Joseph really had to be trusted.
Oh, man.
My brother, Joseph is the most loyal man in the history of life, bro.
No, that is what you call the definition of a true believer.
Fact, I'm not gonna lie. If the business I don't know what I do next. I can't.
Man said Endo is the dad.
Like literally, what was it like? Comes up to me, Cal, what's up? Pregnant. I was like, bro, like, me again? I've done it again. Nah, this ain't you know. Like, sorry, what? Who did it? The Holy Spirit. Like, oh, is it? Yeah.
Is that what his name is?
I'll be like, where does holy live, bro? Where does holy live? Because I'm about to make him holy right about now, bro.
Oh man.
Taji says it hurt more to hear Pep say they've never won at the Etihad. We won here before. We really should have beat them. This is where Pep's dumb. Did we not go spank them in the Champions League there?
And they beat us with the crowd. Apparently, everyone said it don't count in that.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, I think he means Prem recently, but even still.
Pep is. Do you know what Pep is? Pep is a very jealous, simple-minded fart, bro. That's what he is. Literally, that's what he is. He's got to be one of the most jealous people. You know those people who have got everything, but it's never enough.
Do you know what it is? It's because he knows. He knows
deep down we don't.
No one cares about City. No one cares. So when they won their, imagine. Can we be real for a second? If Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea won a treble like how they did last year, do you know how much of a thing that would have been? But because Man City won it, did you notice that everyone kind of just went, "Yeah, Man City won a treble." No one cares, bro.
Matt, you know what Trent said the other day? Pep was seething because he believes it. He was seething.
Bro,
he agrees with it. You know, Pep read that and he thought it's true. And then he just got angry.
Bro, you can tell. Bro, it's so crazy that like no one cares. Like no one actually cares. We acknowledge them because of obviously where they are, but we don't care for what it means. Does that make sense? Like if it was
even
Arsenal,
the fans, I believe, are annoyed that nobody cares.
I could probably speak for the Arsenal fans, United fans, the Chelsea. They don't really care. If it was another team, they care way more. They're more.
Pep got the "This is Anfield" sign above his bed.
100.
What's Manchester City's motto? What's their slogan or motto? That's what I thought.
We keep on buying until we see. I don't know. No. What's that? No, their motto would be something like,
"You ain't cheating if you don't get caught." Lols.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a.
It ain't motto, tricking if you got it.
Nah, them one's just basic or something like corruption at its finest or something.
Like they're just whatless, man. Absolutely just.
Someone said cheat. No, it should be cheat is always prosper. That's what they want.
No, you remember Eddie Guerrero? I lie, I cheat, I steal.
Viva la raza!
Wait, is it Ted DiBiase? Is it money? You gotta pay. That's them, man. There, you know.
Because the $1 million man always gets his way. You remember the
them man are just they're like that wrestlers. You don't know, was it the Money in the Bank briefcase? They've always got the briefcase. Like it don't matter. Yeah. It don't matter even if you beat them in the match, they still got it somehow. That's them, man. There.
Whatless, man. Shout out to Jamrock says it's in our hands. Sheffield needs an 8-0 thrashing. It is still in our hands, to be fair. Yeah, it is. It's goal difference, but I don't think we'll go and thrash Sheffield United. I think we'll beat them. I won't thrash them because I know what's coming.
Yeah.
Sadiq says Carl also said that they gifted us the goal too. I mean, what? Because they conceded the penalty. I'm sorry. I'll stop taking Carl Walker serious when he comes out and does a press tour because he can't keep his piece in his pants. Like, that's what we're doing there. Freedom. Going to one of the friendlies in the US, nosebleeds start at $190. The lower rows are $1,500. Raw bought tickets for $450 plus tax. Is that normally the USA? It must be the US. Wait, I thought John W. Henry would have done you like a little favor.
Nah, fam. J Dubs is saying, yo, we're gonna make more money today.
Maximize on that profit. I know we got it. It's a land of dreams, right? It's the land of dreams, they say. I'm gonna make mine come true. I can take
400 plus tax, you know.
1,500 for lower rows, man. 1,500.
That is crazy.
Bruv, you might only see kids, bruv. You might only see the kids play.
That is mad. Crazy. That's kind of true. Actually, Kyle Walker did host that party during the lockdown. He's one of them brothers there.
He's one of them, man, bruv.
He's one of them, man. He's one of them, man. Still,
how can you take him seriously? How can you take Kyle
I've got nothing against him personally, but I do.
Yeah. When he comes out and says stuff like the referee didn't bun him, bro.
I just can't be bothered with any of them. Can't bother with any of them.
He should have got a yellow yesterday as well. Darth Callum says Neville seems more a Liverpool fan than Carragher these days for F's sake. Well, I'm disappointed in Carragher, man. I really am. Taji says, man got super confident now Klopp is leaving. Boy, we'll see. Everyone seems to think we're just going to go into like obscurity when Klopp goes.
Yeah, and this be done as well.
Idea. Ty says, Sky been trying the hardest to talk up the treble. Bun Sky as well, man. Hayes says, Matt, we need a convo on these Botman stocks.
Wow, what's Botman done recently?
I know they're playing Chelsea.
That's the problem.
Is that what they did? Oh, is that?
Oh,
there's nothing bad about Botman recently.
Chelsea are just kind of peppering at the moment.
Oh, is it? Is Botman playing that bad? I'm not watching the game.
Am I spoiling it for you guys, or are you?
I ain't bothered about knowing the score.
Am I spoiling it for you?
I want Newcastle to win though, strictly for FC24 reasons. Shout out to anyone that's doing the showdown on FC24. Oh, Chelsea winning 3-1.
I literally tried to see if Drift was watching it.
Oh, sorry. Do you know what? I just realized what you said. That was bad. Sorry, bro. Drift, you weren't watching the game, was you?
I tried my best there, bro.
I didn't realize. My bad, fam. My bad.
No. You know what? I'm it's cool. I'm cool.
Sorry, bro. I didn't even realize. Was you actually invested in the game?
No. It's cool.
Oh. My bad.
But like. You have done that to me in the past, so
but I didn't even realize, bro. Sorry, it's because when I saw the comment, I was like, "Wait a minute, 3-1."
PTSD now, like
that's the type of guy where it's like, no, don't say anything about what he got for Christmas. Like, why would I tell him he's got trainers and a bike? Oh shit!
You know when you get injured, brother, you can't see the injury, and you're like,
"No, I'm actually vexed though. I'm actually vexed. I didn't Newcastle to win the game.
I can see your spinal cord, bro. It's bad."
Oh my days! Trust Chelsea. I wanted Newcastle to win, man. Sure.
So did I.
Oh well.
Right, boys. Let's move on topic because we could be sitting there all day speaking about the inconsistencies, incompetence, and corruption. Let's move on to something that I think is a bit more positive. Michael Edwards seems like it's very close. We've spoken about it already, so like it's not brand new news. It seems very close. I want to ask you guys a question though, because I often hear this, especially with us, because we can be very nostalgic, and that's all of us, like in terms of wanting players back and stuff like that. But we often say at the end of those conversations, you should never really go back. Should the same apply with Michael Edwards, or is he the outlier? Is he the exception? Matt, I'll start with you on that one.
If there's one thing I've learned about Michael Edwards, is that I think when he makes his decisions, he takes his emotion out of it, and I think he's quite ruthless. And I think that's something that we've actually been missing over the last couple of years. Even though we brought in some very, very good players, player sales have been at an all-time low.
We've never seen him smile, bro. Let's be real. He don't do emotion, bro.
Yeah, and I think that's because as much as we love Jurgen Klopp, we could arguably say maybe he's too what's the word? Too
ruthless.
Yeah, he's not ruthless enough. He's almost the opposite, like. And I think sometimes in football that needs to change. So I think Michael Edwards coming into Liverpool, if this does happen, and I think Richard Hughes, I think it is as well, yeah. I think it can only be good for Liverpool, and I think
wait, no, Richard. Richard's the next topic. Still.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're actually right about Matt.
No, I did, bro. You mentioned his name, fam.
No, bro, I'm not just dead, bro. I mentioned him in the show.
No, you, bro. People on my line. When you was talking about the topic, you literally, when you did the topic, you said, "Oh, there's rumors of Michael Edwards coming back and Richard Hughes." You said that.
That was at the beginning of the show, bro.
No, people. Don't let me rewind. I'm gonna go on my phone and rewind. Are you sure? Do you want to make a bet right now? I can guarantee.
Well, now I'm a bit scared that I said it because I don't think I did say it.
You didn't say just Edwards.
No,
you remember him saying,
and saying just Edwards.
Bro, you said Michael and Richard Hughes.
When?
I don't remember.
In this segment, like to start the segment. When you were like, and you spoke about Michael Edwards, and he might be with Richard Hughes. All right, you know what? Ask Drift. Let me double check. I'll double check.
I'm starting.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Bro, if I did do that, my brain's fried. But no, I didn't. People are saying I didn't, Matt. People said didn't. There you go, spoiling Christmas again, bro. You're mute, bro. You're mute.
Someone say, Cal, you said it. Hold on.
Just Edwards.
No, you. Hold on.
Man, I'm saying I never said it. You just ruined Christmas, bro.
Poor kids.
You know Matt's eating the cookies and the milk, bro. It's being left for some.
You know, Matt was like this, like fresh born, First thing man saying is, Santa ain't real. Fuck the Easter bunny.
And neither's the tooth fairy while I'm at it.
You know what I mean? It's all me, yeah? All of it.
I did I, Matt?
Don't doctor it like VAR, man.
Yeah. Yeah, look at his face. I didn't.
Nah, something's happening. I heard Richard Hughes, bro. Nah. I heard Richard Hughes.
I said something's happening,
bro. I swear, I kid you not. Because why would I didn't mention him? Like, I swear you said it, bro.
Bro, we're gonna have to start calling you man like Tierney, bro.
I swear down, this brother said Richard Hughes,
Yeah, that was the beginning of the show, man. So we'll leave Richard for now.
Nah, you said it. You know what?
I said at the beginning, right at the beginning.
No, I'm almost certain you didn't just say it once.
AD said you thought you heard it, bro. Right? It's the only check complete, man. Check complete.
We ain't done. I'm going to the Pgmol. We ain't done, fam.
Check complete. But you spoke on how ruthless he is. Let's be real. Michael Edwards is the sort of person that would see his firstborn be born, and the first thing you'd go to the nurses and be like, "What's the date? How like what percentile is the weight? And was that birth normal?" Wouldn't he probably shake the baby's hand rather than hold the baby? Let's be real. Like Michael Edwards, that sort of guy. Do you think there's the potential that he could be too ruthless in this new role, though, Drift?
Matt, you were reading.
Nah, I swear. Do you know what it must have been? When you said it, you must have said it at the beginning. Because I'm thinking, where did I hear Richard Hughes, bro? I swear we heard him today. Am I going mad? Did you not mention him at all today? I
said it right at the beginning of the show.
I thought you mentioned him again in the segment when you were like, speaking of da-da-da-da. Bruv, you know what?
Man's calling you G great, bro.
Cool. See, unlike the Pgmol, I own my mistakes. Understand? You know what I'm saying? I own my mistakes. My bad. That's how my bad. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, Drift, do you think there's a chance he's going to be too ruthless with all the power he's going to have now?
Possibly. I think the thing that I like about the idea of him coming in after Klopp goes is it's back in the hands of someone who knows Wagwan and gets us. I like that because then it kind of eliminates the fear of the unknown, which can be good.
Sorry to cut you. Does he know Liverpool or does he know what FSG wants?
Both.
I'm not trying to do the divide. I'm not trying to do the FSG in and out thing here. But is he an FSG person and knows what FSG wants, or is he someone that knows what Liverpool and Liverpool fans want?
I think he's right down the middle. I think he knows both. All right, here's the thing. You know the saying is better the devil you know, right? If another person comes in and they're shocked by the way they have to work under FSG with it being such tight restraint.
I know where you're going, and that's my next question. So please don't go there, Drew. You lot really make it difficult now. I'm not gonna lie, but cool, it's calm.
But at least that one was an accident. That was an accident. That was a total.
Yeah. Drifty never drifts once in a while, does he? No.
That's an innocent mistake. That's it.
No.
That's it.
All right. So, Matt, I'm going to come back to you here.
Oh, people are saying he's actually a Liverpool fan, Cal Edwards. I didn't know that personally.
But here's the thing: being a fan in that position doesn't do much for me, because I know if I'm a fan, I might not be the right person for a CEO role. I'm not gonna let you see the whole Pgmol.
You're less likely to do them dirty though, Cal. If you're a fan, you're less likely to do them dirty if you're a fan, because you're always going to want the best for them, because you're actually a fan.
I always want the best, but let's be real, boys. Like Pgmol stuff. If someone from the press came and interviewed us, we're not going to be professional about it, are we? As fans,
no,
very hard. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
well, no. If I was on Sky or BT or a broadcast where it's going to millions and millions of people, I'd probably pull back a bit, just because you kind of do have to have common sense in it. Like
the only thing you wouldn't do is swear drift.
Yeah, no, but that is going all out, isn't it? That is.
No, but they're not going to like what we say. The only thing is we're just not going to swear, but we're still going to be like pretty ruthless about what we say about them.
Yeah, but that means you're doing it professionally. Doing the swearing and the cussing is when you've gone to that point where there's levels to know how to do it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, fair dues. But that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
because he's coming in after Klopp leaves, and everyone's almost seeing it as he's only coming in because Klopp's leaving. Do you think he will actually get the backing from the fans?
Yeah. Because under Michael Edwards, we arguably had our best reign under Klopp. And...
All right, hold that answer there, Matt. I'm glad you said that. You just spot on. But we also know how ruthless he is. He would have got rid of Henderson before Klopp did. He would have got rid of Henderson before we wanted to see Henderson leave. He may do the same with Salah, for example.
Which is wrong if the manager doesn't agree.
He's the CEO, bro.
No, but it's wrong to do anything the manager doesn't agree with.
You're preaching to the choir with me, bro. But some CEOs will turn around and say, brother, I've got the data here. This is what I'm doing.
If he's head of football operations, this is where it could become techie. If he's head of football operations, and am I allowed to say Richard Hughes? Is that name clear now? Is it clear? Is it a check complete? Is it a check complete? I don't want to get in trouble again. Is it a check complete?
You can say the name now. Just don't go too deep into the situation.
But let's say Richard Hughes does become the sporting director, and they're working in tandem, and rightly so, but the manager has other ideas. That's where it could become a problem. So obviously, whoever they hire has to kind of be on board that it's in total agreement, that it's not just the manager's say, it's everyone's. However, what Drift's saying, I understand. If Michael Edwards just decides to do the whole, you see how we got Virgil, Salah, and Trent? All three of them need renewals, which they do, if I'm not mistaken, roughly in a year's time, because they all expire 2025 in the summer. What if Michael Edwards is just like, we can't give that new contract to Virgil still. Can't do it. We can't do it to Virgil. Can't do it to Salah. We got to choose one. Whereas Klopp would be like, we'll give it to all of them. That's where it could become a little techie. And even if Michael Edwards is right, we have to almost be prepared for the kind of ruthless nature that could potentially happen again. And that is the truth of the matter, isn't it? I don't know if you guys agree with that, but
no, I hear you. I drift. Anything you want to chime in with there?
Yeah, I just hope that he doesn't do things like going over the manager's head, because he's got that power trip of like thinking because it's what he thinks that's how it should be, and then he doesn't have the respect to understand, the elements of the manager still being very, very important to be involved. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't go behind the manager's back and get rid of a player if the manager wants that player. I can understand if there's semantics. So say, for example, you see the Henderson situation. Thing you just Jamrot was just saying that.
He didn't want to give him a renewal.
Yeah. He didn't want to sell him. He just said he can't have a new contract and a pay rise. So he would have left if I don't believe 2 years earlier than he did, or a year earlier than he did. But it wasn't like he was actually saying like, get rid of him. I don't care if you want him, like get rid of him. He was just like, no, I see the new deal. That's not going to run kind of thing. So it's like down the middle with that one, 50-50. But if Henderson was like 24, I'd have a problem with that. I think the fact he was into his 30s, it's like everybody kind of understands it's a bit of a common sense. Someone's coming to the end of their career, give them a pay rise and an extension may not be a good idea. But if he was at 24, I'd have had a problem with that, because it's irrelevant what you think. if the manager wants a player of that age where there's no real reason why you should say he can't have the player, then I would have a bit of a problem with that, because you do have to back the manager regardless. So he just can't be doing the I don't care what anyone else says. It's what I say goes kind of thing, like that dictatorship. It needs to still be a democracy. It still needs to be about one or two people having to agree, not just whatever he says goes and that's it. There's no, you know what I mean? Because no one man should have all that power.
Do you know what? Just going off what Drew said, yeah, can I ask you lot both a question?
Go for it, bro.
I brought it up slightly earlier, saying that Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent's contracts all expire next summer of 2025. Do you think Michael Edwards re-signs all three of them, or do you think one of them is sold this summer? Or even two? Do they all re-sign? Do they all sign new deals?
I think Trent definitely re-signs. I think Virgil does, but I don't know if he does it in the summer. I think he may do it during the season, next season. Mo's situation depends on Mo. I think if Mo wants to stay, Mo stays. If he wants to go, then he'll go.
And what about you, Drift? Yeah.
I think Edwards would want to re-sign all three, though.
Okay. What about you, Drift? Are you in the same wave? Do you think he would want to do that, or can you see one or two potentially leaving?
I think he takes a lot of emotion out of situations, which is admirable, especially if he's a fan, because I didn't know he was a fan. So I think he does whatever makes financial sense. Edwards is not letting Mo walk away for free. That's the one thing I can actually guarantee.
Yeah, that might be the end of that stuff.
That's the one thing that happens with Edwards. He's not letting a man walk away for free. So I've got a feeling it's either extension or sold this summer. There's no, he plays another year and then he walks away for free. Edwards don't let assets leave for that of that level. And the thing that's crazy is FFP now looking even more of a thing. Liverpool now slight advantage almost of being so well run to not be even close to messing up FFP, that he might think, let me give this new manager an even bigger boost by giving him this war chest that I'll also get from selling Mo for 120 or whatever it is, on top of whatever there already is to spend. And let me try and capitalize on the fact that there's not many other teams in a position right now that can go and blow all this money because of FFP. So he might do that. He might say to Amorim or Alonso, whoever it may be, yo, here's 200 million because I sold Mo for 100. Like, mold the team. We've got all these players in the data that we want, etc., 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 and go down that road rather than Mo leaves for free. We're scrambling to try and find a replacement without the adequate money for it. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think, just quickly, I was going to say,
go for it.
Yeah, just quickly, I was going to say, I actually agree with what you're saying, but that also, you're saying he wouldn't sell Salah or he wouldn't let Salah go for free. I think it's the same thing as the two others. So I do think
they stay. I think they stay.
Oh, you think they stay no matter what? Okay.
Captain and vice captain.
Yeah.
And not only that, Virgil, once his legacy cemented as a Liverpool player, it's so obvious when he speaks and the things that he says. Yeah.
No, of course. But you got to remember, Virgil probably this will be his last biggest payday. Or
of course. He's 33 now.
Where's Trent? In my opinion, Trent could try and break that wage structure, you know? I'm going to be honest. He's got the right to kind of do that.
He has.
Does he strike you as that type of person, though?
Bro, I don't think he say because he's like, don't get me wrong, there's loyalty, I hear that, but players also know how much they're worth.
Yeah, Gerrard broke it. Gerrard broke
I do think Trent could do that. No, I'm not saying he'll be like, pay me 400 or I leave. But he could say, like, I want 350, like what Salah was getting.
I don't think he'll ask for the same as Salah. I think he may go 300.
And I wouldn't have a problem with him getting it, to be honest.
No, never would I, but the club, man. That's what I'm saying. I think this summer is actually not just important for getting in a new head of football operations, the director and manager. The players' contracts, those three players in particular are so crucial to our long-term, strategy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the summer. And I hope all three are kept, by the way, as well. obviously. But
What I will say about the Trent situation, I could be completely wrong. I'm just using like the logic behind the situation. I think if you grow up in the ends and you know how much that club means to you and you support that club, I think you'll be a lot more reluctant to do anything that tarnishes your name, because it's not just about like when you can't run away from it. Do you get what I mean? You see, like Ozil, for example, when he left Arsenal and it was a whole thing and it was all a bit messed up, he's never got to come back again. He probably doesn't even care. Trent can't move like that. That's his ends. That's his family. That's legacy. He can't just. So I don't think he would do certain things that might make him come across a certain way. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I think those things mean more in those scenarios. And I think he'll be a lot more reluctant to leave Liverpool in the lurch or make Liverpool look stupid or do anything to break ties with the fan base or anything like that, because it means more, like, you know what I mean? You doing it is a way bigger deal than anybody else.
You're talking from I hear what you're saying, but you're talking from not an emotional aspect, but at the same time a little bit. But I'm looking at it from
legacy, man.
No, I hear you. He would definitely want to stay. That's first thing. I know Trent would want to stay. My only worry would be is if the club feel what he's asking for might be out of their reach, and it's whether Liverpool will go, we just got to give him what he wants, basically. That would be only my concern. Not Trent. It's more us as a club. Are we willing to kind of give arguably our most talented player, if not top 3 talented players that we have in the squad, what he's actually asking for? That's my only worry. Not Trent thinking, man, I need to just go and look elsewhere. It's more like we're talking about now. This isn't Jurgen Klopp now. This will now be a new regime, new people, new mindset. I know they would want the vice captain to stay, but we've also got to be level-headed and go, but what happens if he asks for a certain amount and Liverpool was sitting there going, oh, then that's going to work? Because remember, one thing I'm a little bit annoyed about, or very annoyed about, is we've left it again. This whole last year thing really bothers me. Like, we're giving a lot of power to the player. Do you get what I mean? Like, in my opinion, we should have sorted this out last summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we keep doing this, and then we put ourselves in pickles. Because remember, if contract negotiations start stalling in that, other clubs come circling, and let's not act silly.
Trying to play his head.
Real Madrid have always wanted Trent, so that's why we have to be careful. We just got to get these deals done over the line.
Shout out to Rosamund with a good question here. Cal, you've been asking for more ruthlessness. Why hesitation now? I wouldn't say it's hesitation, Rose. I'd say it's more. Here's the thing: when I asked for ruthless, I didn't want to go fully the other way. I think there's a place for both to coexist, and I always say this. I think Liverpool were at their best when Edwards and Klopp were on the same level when it came to transfers. I think things started to go bad when Klopp got more power than Edwards, because then there was no negotiating there. It was, well, if you don't like it, then, well, I mean, I'm getting the player I want regardless, innit? So for me, I'm good with more ruthlessness. I just don't want it to be completely ruthless, because I think there always has to be balance in life, especially when it comes to transfers and doing all that stuff. But great question though. I do want to bring up a comment though. So I think it's a very, very nice one. Shout out to Marvel One, who's just been blessed with a daughter. Congratulations.
Big up Marvel One.
Welcome to the club. Man. Welcome to the club. Gonna drop the beat.
Welcome to the pod.
And the new baby girl. Congratulations. God bless. This is for you, bro.
Trust me.
Big up, man. Boy. Daughters, boy. Yeah, ain't
crazy.
Easy.
Daughters, you know.
Ain't easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it, but I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I told you, fam.
I'm starting to feel it. Yeah, it's a different feeling.
It's different,
it's a different feeling, man. When I see the boys fall over or anything, bro, I can just shake it off, man.
To see it, get up, man. When it's her, are you alright?
It hits me here, bro. When you start crying, it hits me here, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's all different. I'm telling you.
Don't cry.
I'm telling you, man. It's different, bro.
But no, Marvel One, congratulations, man. I hope
big up Marvel One, man. Trust.
Babies as well.
Blessed.
Guys, shout out to Mike Sterling in the chat. Over 1,100 of you in here, 317 likes.
Let's
guys,
get that to 1,000.
You know what I'm gonna say now. Please, guys, 1,000 likes. Stop what you're doing really quickly in the chat. Scroll up, hit the like button, and then you're back in the chat, people. We cannot stress enough how vital it is for people to hit the like button. It helps us to grow as a channel. It helps the video to circulate more. And honestly, guys, it's the easiest thing to do on this. It's entry into the chat pretty much. So please, guys, please hit that like button. Let's get up to 1,000 before the show ends. Boys, Richard Hughes now. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know much about Richard Hughes. In fact, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I do know anything about Richard Hughes because I don't. I know he's brought in a few players like Ake and Ramsdale, etc. But he was not someone that any of us mentioned when we started speaking about like directors of football. However, he seems to be the one that Edwards is selecting. Would you have preferred someone with a better CV to come in? Drift, I'll start with you because I started with Matt the last time. Would you prefer someone with a better CV to come to Liverpool, or are you just good with Edwards making the decision and going forth with Richard Hughes?
I think a reputation's always better, right? Because we all know Wagwan. So I do think that probably is always the better way to do things. But I don't know if sometimes it may even be better when you don't know anything. Because when I look at this, when I look at it on the Hughes thing, I'm like, okay, so he's at Bournemouth, right?
Yeah.
How long's he been at Bournemouth?
Years.
He's been there for a while. So I basically have to look over. What's happened with Bournemouth in terms of their transfers, and then that's a way to be able to gauge, right? Like what he's like.
I know I've accused Chelsea of money laundering. I'm just going to say this: him and Edwards are close. He was involved in the Solanke deal, innit?
I mean, at the end of the day, kind of paid
and
off.
Brad Smith, we moved.
Brad Smith. Remember they would have signed Harry Wilson if they didn't get relegated. Like, maybe
Like,
Edwards Ibe as well. Yeah. You know, I've said too much.
I don't know if his CV looks good enough, if that makes sense. Like, I would rather not know anything. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather not know anything. You know, it's one of those ones. Like, I was just about to say something that was wild. It was going to get me in trouble, but like, yeah.
Put it in the private chat.
I was gonna make a wild analogy, but yeah, I'll leave it.
You know,
I don't think it's a good idea that is put it like this. I don't think it's a good idea that his CV's in the streets.
Why'd you say his CV's in the streets?
In the what? Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's there for everyone to see, and I don't know if we enjoy what we're seeing.
So, all right, let me ask you then, Matt. Does this seem like a person we're bringing in because he's a friend as opposed to someone who could be the actual best for the job? And if so, does that mean Edwards is not going to have any competition in terms of or any sort of debate in the boardroom because he's got someone who's probably like-minded and is going to be like, yeah, I'm on my man's wavelength. It's his boy, isn't it? So where Klopp might have pushed back and gone, no, we need to give Hendo a new deal, and there might have been back and forth. Hughes might just go, boy, I was thinking the same thing, bro. Let's tear it up now, actually. Could it be one of those?
Like, I'm going to say this. From what it looks like, and from a bit that I've read, they've worked together before. If I'm mistaken, at two clubs before, I'm trying to remember the names. And if that's the case, I'm slightly getting a little bit of Klopp and Schmacker vibes where he's just bringing his brethren.
That's a shout.
Lie.
We saw how that ended.
I got interviewed and they were like, "Oh, you're the new sport director." And he was just like, basically, he just said, "I'm Klopp's advisor. I ain't here. He just brought me on board to advise him." And I'm like, "What do you mean you're his advisor? Like, what is this?" Anyway, lo and behold, Schmacker made some good signings though. But this one here with Richard Hughes, this kind of got a point. I don't really know how certified this guy is, you know. I'm gonna be real. I do think this is Edwards doing his brethren a favor. I think he's good, but I think if Edwards was being really shrewd how he should be, I don't know if Richard Hughes should really be the guy. I could be wrong, by the way. For all I know, my man could just pull off miracles. If he does, I'm still going to be thinking that's Michael Edwards, you know? It's like Michael Edwards has set everything up, but Richard Hughes is just the one that's pressing the button. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Michael Edwards.
He's Pinocchio.
Michael Edwards is.
Sorry, both of you will know this. Who is Proctor's right hand man in Banshee?
Oh,
what's his name?
Suit and tie man. Suit and tie man.
Yeah. Proctor gives out the instructions, and my man carries out the situation.
Yeah, suit and tie fam. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hold on, Drift, you still watch Banshee?
Drifter.
No, I haven't seen
Banshee.
Banshee.
You don't know.
Rubbish, use it the other way around when you're telling me to watch stuff. Please, Drift.
But in Banshee,
No,
suit and tie man was brilliant.
Remember I told you, because I don't like that type of stuff.
Birdie.
Like,
his name
you
was
know,
that
like
his name?
that
Birdie, right?
No, this is different. No, this is different still.
He showed me a bit of man's head getting squashed by the weights, and I was like, I don't want to watch
that's the worst in the
That's
whole
literally
thing.
the worst thing. That's the worst.
That's
thing.
the worst. There's nothing worse than that.
Nah, he told me that's kind of the vibe of the show.
No,
Nah, it's not.
no, it's not. All right, I'll say this year. Yeah,
Clay Sadiq with the Sadiq Clay.
Clay
Burton. Yeah,
Clay was moving.
Clay. Man, you just sit there in the glass. You just
that's what he should do.
Old face.
Shut his glasses and that is it. And you just knew what time it was. You're getting bro. That guy did not miss a bar. What worries me is this year. It's almost like Michael Edwards is the one. Michael Edwards is the one that does all the homework. And Richard Hughes just hands it into the teacher, saying it's his, isn't it? It's one of them ones, isn't it? It does look like it could be that. So even if whoever we sign, we'll all sit there and go, "Hey, Richard Hughes is a bad man." But when you deep it, you're like, "No, that's probably Edwards still." Edwards has done all the groundwork.
It's a way for Edwards to be able to be.
It's to boost up Richard's CV as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's a way for Edwards to be the controller and just kind of like, you know, it'll be a bit like somebody owning a company and they give all their kids the management roles within the company. It will be like blatantly they just do what he tells them. Like they're not going to push back. They're not going to say anything. They just do what he tells them. It's their dad, isn't it? It'll be a bit like that. So we would know Edwards is the one doing everything. You're right. Like it would be like Hughes didn't really do anything. And to be fair to Hughes, let's just say he did do it and it wasn't that. It'd be a very uncomfortable situation for him because he's not going to be getting credit for the stuff because we're just always going to just keep assuming, which is wrong, but we're all going to keep assuming this is Edwards. Like it's good. It worked. This just screams of Edwards. You know what I mean? So Hughes probably won't even, he's in a lose-lose. Other than his paycheck, he's in a lose-lose because we're not going to credit him for anything.
Agreed. But at the same time, he could be someone who's a sleeping giant. This could be similar to what Robbo was when we bought him as a player. This could be that type of signing in the boardroom because he might remember Bournemouth don't have a lot of resources to work with. At Liverpool, he'll have resources. He's got contacts.
If I'm not Michael Edwards, yeah.
And let's be real, Bournemouth bringing in people like Justin Cliver and players like that, like Solanke at the time seemed like a robbery. Right now, it's looking like a steal. Like help them get promoted. He's gonna solidify them.
What do people do when they win the lottery, bro?
Say again.
What do broke people do when they win the lottery?
Yeah, they waste money sometimes.
They waste money, bro. So he might come to Liverpool with all this extra money and just start acting a fool.
But
it don't mean he's going to be.
But you know what gives me a bit of hope?
That's one thing, though. No one can act the fool when Edwards is there, bro.
I was gonna say, you know what it is though. We run when we got Schmacker, we were all like, "What the hell's going on?" And we have to keep it a buck. Whether it was Klopp who identified the players or Schmacker, on the paper it says Schmacker was the one that sorted out those transfers with Soboslai and Endo and whoever. He done a good job, and I think he surprised a few people, if we're being honest. So we can only hope that Richard Hughes does the same thing if he is the sporting director. I think we should kind of relax knowing that Michael Edwards knows the footballing world very, very well. And I'm sure the database that he started at Liverpool is on a different level now. Richard Hughes has just got to go and execute with that database. It's almost like there's pressure on Richard, but when you got Michael Edwards there, it's like, fam, come on, man. You got everything. You got all the tools you need.
While we're on topic, because I'll probably forget. You see Schmacker, while we're talking about like the sporting director and all that stuff. If we win the title, does Schmacker not possibly go down as one of the most goated sporting director. Like, he came in for 18 months, did a madness on a midfield overhaul, and that helped us to win the
He went
league.
there for
Would he
18
not?
months. He wasn't even there for that. He was only there for. But he was
Is it
there
less
for
than
6
18 months?
He was there for. Hold on.
Smacker's
He
not
came
a goat.
in.
He's
He
not
came
a
in the
goat,
summer
bro.
and left in January. 6 months.
Bro,
So, Cal, you don't think if he comes in and revolutionizes the midfield and we go on and win the league?
he didn't revolutionize, bro. Let's be real. Come on now, Jim. He didn't
Bro,
revolutionize
4 new signings and getting rid of while getting rid of the players.
because he was part of the team, bro. Doesn't
It is
mean,
revolutionizing it.
nah, he was part of the team, bro. Let's be real, bro. Endo was a Klopp signing, so Bosley was a Klopp signing.
No, but Schmack had to go and get it done, though.
Bruv, their buyout clauses wasn't that hard. I'm not being funny. At the time, we said we got fleeced for Endo, bro.
No. We didn't know that there was a buyout clause for Soboslai. He did the homework and found
The
it
whole
out.
world knew, bro. There was pretty much a release clause for Soboslai.
No, we didn't. We thought that he was too expensive, and Klopp's even spoke about it. We thought he was too expensive. And Schmacker found the buyout clause. We Liverpool thought he was too expensive. That's a Schmacker thing.
I don't know about that. I don't even know. If that was the case, fair play. I didn't know though.
I can't sit here and go he's goated though. I can't, because he just did what he was told, innit?
I don't know, man. Being the director of football when you revolutionize the midfield, that's kind of cool still.
Yeah, we'll appreciate what he did. I can't sit there and call him a goat and all this. I can't. And
No,
shout
you
out
got to
to
give
people-
him praise though. You have to give him praise.
No, I respect what he did.
Because he brought in. To be fair though, he didn't bring in McAllister. That was Julian Ward.
That was Julian Ward.
Ward done the groundwork on that one still.
That was definitely, man did the homework. The Schmacker just handed it in.
Yeah.
He just put his name on top of the paper, innit? That was it.
100%.
So,
and it was so it was like Tipex. He didn't even try and hide it, man. Just
Remember Tipex, you lot? Remember that?
Tipex.
That was so obvious, didn't it? It was so obvious.
It was just so bait.
The stuff you
said.
never
Just get
worked.
paint, fam. Just get some paint and slap it on the paper, fam.
Also, boys, one last question before we do supers. Does this indicate a new model going forward? And if so, what I'm seeing from it, and I might be wrong, so correct me, whether it be yourselves or you guys in the chat, could this model be a case of Edwards and Hughes are running things, and it means the manager is left to just coach and manage the team? And if so, does that future-proof us? Because effectively, it means we're not as reliant as having a world-class manager or having a manager who's as great as Klopp. Does it just future-proof us going forward because the structure's there? So if Alonso, Amorim come in and let's say Real Madrid comes in for Alonso in 3 years' time, we're not sitting there going, we're done. We're sitting there going, okay, well, there's a new one coming and we're cool.
Yeah, because I guess, like you said, it's all about structure. I think that's how the thing is, those things can work if the people within the structure are able to keep doing what they're doing. If not, it can be bad because you've seen it at Bayern Munich. I think they might have a similar structure and they've had to change around all their sporting director and whoever, because yes, the structure's there, but the people there, they didn't do very well. Hence why I think during the Nagelsmann thing, they got rid of it, if I'm not mistaken. But you would like to think that with Edwards coming back and Richard Hughes, the structure will be there for any manager, like you said, to walk into. However, someone made a valid point in the comments. Yeah, they said that it might not be manager, it might be head coach, potentially, and that'll be quite a thing if that was the case. I don't know.
You've got to be a god to be a manager. That's the world we live in now, isn't it? That's why the only real managers are Pep, Klopp, Simeone. Like, there's not many that actually managers, because for the most part, no one has any say or any control in it. And that's why I don't really want to go down that road. I'm old school. I like the manager getting the player he wants and him being the one who can veto things. I don't like that whole Real Madrid scenario where the manager's just got to put up and shut up. Do you know what I mean? Perez gives him world-class players, but sometimes that doesn't work. Look at the situation at Chelsea. Do you remember when Abramovich was like, I don't care, you're getting Shevchenko, you're getting Varane, and the manager's like, I don't want these players. I don't care how good they are. They don't suit the way I want to play. And then you see the problems, underachieves, and then it just. But I don't want us to go down that road. I don't. I like the fact the manager can say, no, I don't want that player. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't have a manager in charge who's crap. That's the, do you know what I mean? Don't be worried about the manager's decisions. Just make sure you've got the right manager. Like, yeah. So yeah, I don't like that idea. I don't.
What about yourself, Matt? Or do you just? I think the question I'm asking is: nothing's ever future-proof, but does this give us the best chance of making sure the future's secure for Liverpool? Because we're not going to get another Klopp. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Would like to think short term it would be like, I don't know, next 4 to 5 years you'd like, say 4 to 5 years you'd like for Liverpool be in good stead, whether it's like Alonso, but let's just say for argument's sake Alonso didn't work and you bring in the next manager, you'd like to think that no matter what basically what Liverpool trying to do is provide the platform for the manager to do his absolute best. Like Drew said, as long as the manager is top class, I do think we should be all right, really and truly. The only way we're going to find out, though, is we'll see whoever that next manager is, how we are moving in the transfer market, because things will obviously get leaked in terms of who wanted that person. It always happens. And that's when we'll be able to tell who has actual power. Because if it's a thing of like, I don't know, Edwards and Hughes wanted to bring in this player and just said to, let's just say it's Amrim, we saw this player on the market. He was too good for us not to go and get him. Now work with him, but you should be cool with this. That's when it could be problems. As long as they work in tandem, like how Klopp did at the beginning, and even if they do bump heads, every now and again, that's fine. But yeah, it works with Jurgen Klopp in it because he kind of had to do the whole. All right, cool. I won't get what's his name? Julian Brandt. All right, then I'll listen to you, man. I'll go and get Mo Salah. So yeah, it can work.
Good point. Good point. Let me help these supers. Jamrock says, "Cow, the embezzlement was done by Diaz, fam." Oh.
You lot leave Diaz alone, man.
Certain man are saying he got answers for his crimes,
All right, we'll very literally.
His only crime is sending man to the shop without giving him anything.
Bro, all I'm saying is,
do we have a left wing? Do we have a left wing problem, guys?
Do we have a left wing problem?
Yeah. Let's not spend long on this. Do we have a left wing problem?
No.
Let me rephrase it. For how good Luis Diaz is his production good enough for Liverpool to be a starter for Liverpool?
Okay. Do you want me to answer that?
Not stats, production, just production.
Here's what I'll say, yeah. Here goes everyone going, you're just making excuses, etc., etc., etc. I believe that it's impossible for you to have a front five or a front six that has all clutch, prolific goal scorers. That's not going to work. And it wasn't even how we used to roll. Everybody has a role in the team and they do what they do. Yes, you've got to be a bit more productive than yesterday's game as a standalone game because, like, you know what I mean? You do have to be. But Jota, Nunes, Salah are the quote-unquote goal getters. They're the ones who you do rely on for the goals. Those are the ones who do get the double figures. Those are the ones who are a lot more prolific. Then Gakpo and Diaz are the ones in the squad that are allowed to be a little less prolific based on the numbers. You're not going to have 5 and they all ride, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? So even though I get where people are coming from, the law of averages say to you that that's never going to be the case. Like everybody, even if you go through all the other teams, you go through Man City, everybody likes to do a comparison with City, right? So you go and look at City. Foden is a goal getter. Haaland is a goal getter. Grealish isn't a goal getter. Like the law say, and Doku's not a goal getter.
Yeah.
The rules say, like just common logic tells you you're never going to get 5 out of 5. So you're not going to have a front five, and everyone's prolific. Everyone scores loads of goals. Everybody has their different roles. When it comes to the creativity side and the chaos and the danger, That's Diaz. I think Diaz during a game is way more of a threat in terms of how he worries the opposition than maybe 2 or 3 of the other players in our front line.
But that's where I was going to stop you.
Everyone's got a role.
Do you think he gets enough assists then? Because I don't think he does. For if he's not going to score, then he's got and again, it doesn't necessarily have to be the direct assist. Maybe he could be the one that opens up a game and assist before the assist. But is it not an issue if he's not getting enough assists as well? And
I mean, it depends what his overall role in. It depends what his overall role in the team is, I guess. Yes, his numbers should be better on both sides. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't get more goals. I'm just saying.
No, but I'm with you here. If 3 out of 5 are goal scorers, I don't need the other 2 to be like bagsmen. But if we're gonna say they're not bagsmen, but they're not playmaking and they're not creating, then
I do think Diaz creates.
It's chaos.
I do think,
because I'll be real with you. Since Nunes has been scoring goals, I don't hear anyone talk about chaos anymore. I'm hearing people say, but he's scoring goals or he's getting assists. So
the chaos is still there.
No, but I don't hear anyone mention the word chaos after games now. It is Nunes scored or assisted today, or he won the penalty.
All right. I'll tell you what it is, yeah? And everybody's going to disagree with me. It's fine. I don't care. Old school people, actually, Matt's going to agree with me because Matt's a tech man. You see, back in the day, Matt, yeah, before these Opta stats, and everybody just became obsessed with spreadsheets, yeah? It was just about being a baller, innit? That's what Diaz is.
People are just fabricating the most.
No, because you know, Chris, as soon as we talk about
people
Diaz,
are fabricating are crazy, Chris. Hey.
But Diaz, baller. In this world we live in now, where everything's about stats and spreadsheets, people hate him. But do you want to know what? If this was 15, 20 years ago, he would be lauded. He would be looked at as like such a G in football because he's so technically gifted. He's good on the eye. He's entertaining to watch. But now we're just in a world where everybody would just go, Raheem Sterling's a better player than Diaz. Why? Because he's got more goals than him. And everyone, you look, you go, is that the world we live in now? Because surely nobody believes Raheem Sterling's better than Diaz. But because he gets more goals, people will say he's better because that's just the world we live in now. So,
but Drift, 10, 15 years ago, we would have been playing big man, little man up front, but we'd never do that now either. So if the game's going to evolve, then all aspects have to evolve as well now, bro. Because like,
that's true.
Back in the day,
still got all the ballers. Like we can't lose all the purity of what.
No, I hear that, but 15 years ago, flipping Kelleher would have got the ball, brother, and he's not passing out from the back. He's launching it past the halfway line, and we're getting dropped down. So the game has evolved.
Can I say something? Listen, I'm trying to be as fair. I'm trying to be as fair as possible when I say this, because I know people think I have some Diaz agenda. I've said he's the most technically gifted out of our forwards. Yeah, I said from when we first signing, Chris can attest to this. Yeah, I said the only thing I wasn't sure about of him was how good his production was. That's the only thing I said. Playing wise, he's an amazing talent. He creates space for others, and on his day, he can score. My thing was his consistency and how good is he production wise in a Liverpool team that creates so many chances. Yeah, I fully understand that could have happened to anybody, but what we're saying is that if you're Liverpool, and because we know Jota can't really stay fit, there's always something with Jota. That drops you. Now you're saying 3. At the moment, you would arguably say we're at 2. And Nunes has only just kind of jumped onto that kind of wave as well, yeah? It's not even about Diaz being a gunman that happened like the other day. It was just about you just burying at least 1 out of the 3. We're just asking for 1. Because we're not saying, man has to get like 15 goals a season. I'm not even saying that. It's about moments, bro. And do you know what would really disappoint us all is if that we look back on this game and we sit there and go, bro, if Diaz would have buried 1 and say we won a game, it wouldn't even necessarily even be in the referee's hands while we even lost. Drew the game. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like you want to take it out of the referee's decisions because you want someone to take that chance. It just so happened that all 3 of them fell to him. And I was just like, bro, like,
Promo,
it's
come on, bro.
unfortunate.
We can't do this. Promo, come on. Of course, Diaz has had clutch moments. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Of course he has. You lot got to agree with me, right? That Diaz has had clutch moments.
Of course I do. Of course.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, of course.
He does.
Like it's just I don't know you,
just
man.
because
I don't
someone
know
as much as someone else doesn't mean that they don't. Yeah, you can't say like because you don't have them as much as others. You can still be clutch though. Like, do you get what I mean? You just might not have it as someone else as much as someone else. Listen, Cal said, but to Cal's point, yeah, Cal said a left wing problem, and Cal's also alluding to Gakpo, and obviously we've seen Gakpo struggle, but. Here's the thing, which is worrying me even more so about Gakpo.
I'm alluding to Nunes as well, because a lot of people don't want to see Nunes play on the left wing. They prefer to see him play as a number 9. So do we?
Yeah, he is, but Nunes is a number 9. It's just that in an emergency, he's a left winger. I'm looking at Gakpo and Diaz, but the problem is, we don't see Gakpo enough in that left wing, even though, in my opinion, he should be left wing. That's another thing. I also feel like as well, Gakpo is suffering from some serious lack of confidence. He's a different type of player to Nunes. Nunes could miss 5 chances in a row, and Nunes would still play exactly the same way. Gakpo's head sort of like, he goes within himself, and then he starts playing a different game as well. And it's like, bro, you're
he's a confidence player.
Yeah, and like
100%
for him to get out of that rut, he needs to go on a spree, and he also needs to play. Someone needs to actually say to him, bro, this is where you are playing. Done the right wing thing, done the left wing thing and centre forward, done the attack. This is where you're gonna play. And I know sometimes we do move things about, but I just think with Gakpo, in my opinion, we gotta see him left wing. That's his thing, innit? He cut inside, bang. Diaz is more cut inside and try and make something happen. But Cody is literally just a cut inside. At PSV, he likes ball to feet, and then he turns and he tries to get his shot off. That is Cody's game, innit?
Yeah, dude.
But
literally, yes or no answer here, boys. Barcelona are heavily linked with Diaz. If they came with again, I can always put my neck out there and say this ain't gonna happen. If they came with £100 million bid for Luis Diaz, would you sell him, Drift?
Them not the money.
No, but let's say some crazy thing. I mean, let's be real, bro. They'll probably sell couple of their seats in the manager's part of the stadium, bro, to get some money for sponsorship. Let's say they got 100 mil, and they said we want Diaz for 100 mil. Would you do it? One word answer.
No.
Cool. We'll discuss this further. Matt,
is Chris Angels in the chat?
Of course he is.
I better be careful what I say. Big up, Chris. All jokes aside, 100 mil. I wouldn't want to sell it. I don't want to sell him, but everyone has their value in it, and it's like
he said one word, bro.
One word, brother.
I wasn't allowed to elaborate because I'm getting cooked for my answer.
Yeah, you don't care about Chris, clearly.
I'm getting cooked for my answer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think
that's
I would.
not one word, bro.
Yeah, fam. Yeah. Because I'll go and get Rafael. I'm just had to state that. Sorry, there has to be a reason.
Can I elaborate to stop the cooking?
No,
I don't think you're getting pretty cooked.
People cook him up. There's no wrong.
I'm fully in acceptance that I'm being biased. You lot got to remember Diaz is my guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being biased. I've loved Diaz for a long time, wanted him at the club. I never thought it would happen. Over the moon, he's here. I'm being very biased. I get at 27, 28 years old, 100 mil might be a good thing to take. But at the same time, I think Diaz will be fine. I just think there's just moments, things happen. And I also believe it's also the system as well, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. The way Klopp plays, the way we play under Klopp, I think has changed the way Diaz plays because he's been asked to change the way he plays. I think a different manager gets something different out of Diaz. Like, I genuinely believe there's quite a few players in our team. If you really look at them, I'll give you an example for your boy, Matt. I definitely think it's got something to do with the way we play, why Szoboszlai's form has fallen off. It's not just him as the player. It's got to be instruction, trying to understand his role. That you can't be that talented and then you just all of a sudden fall off like that. That doesn't happen.
But Diaz is not. But Diaz is playing well. No, but in a weird way, like Diaz had a bad spell, but then picked up. What it is with Diaz is kind of weird. It's not like he's shocking. He will have very, very good games. The problem is what Cal said is he's given us a value of a player that is probably over his value. And all Cal's saying is, realistically, would you sell for a player that's overvalued? Like, we're overvaluing him. Because here's the thing: if Luis Diaz, I'm gonna try to cheat a bit here, but if Diaz was banging in those 15, 20 goals a season, then he would be that kind of player where you would go, because people like to add on the stats and entering their floor prices. But just of how he is today, I don't think he's £100 million player. That's the only reason why I'm even saying that, because it's over his value. If it was his actual value, say like
Let's say
60, I'm saying no. I'm actually saying no.
How much did Rafinha go to Barca for?
About 55, 50. What? Yeah, nothing crazy.
Was it that little? Yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing crazy. Yeah, very moderate. It's a moderate one. Because he went. Yeah, if it was Premier, it would have been more. But do you see what I mean? Like, if he was 60 mil drift, I'm saying nah, fam, nah. But 100 mil. What are you saying, Cal? Because you didn't answer yourself.
For 100 mil, I'm saying yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Love Diaz, but I'll drive him there myself for 100 mil.
Right, myself. Right.
But here's the thing, guys. There's not many players in the world who you can replace Diaz with that take you up a level. And if you do, have we got the money? Quava, Liao, like how many left wingers can you think of that wouldn't be out of this world in terms of how expensive?
Would you take Matoma?
No, I'm not swapping Matoma for Diaz.
I would. Nico Williams off
Pedro Neto.
Yeah, everyone knows Pedro Neto. I would.
No, not based on the injuries. Neto's a worry. Neto's a massive.
Rafael. Obviously, you have to add more on top of.
You guys are gonna hate me. Rafael, I don't think works in the Prem.
I think he does. But you gotta get the right tactics, though.
But I don't think he's good enough to build your team around.
Bro, Rafa. Here's the thing. They tell him to literally play on the halfway line. Rafael for Portugal don't play like that. I mean, I know he doesn't always start, but I think Leao will cook.
Cravo would be the one for me.
I prefer Leao over Cravo personally.
I know. He's more your type player. If I had endless money and I could pick anyone, it's Musiala.
Anyone?
I prefer Diaz.
He said any amount of money.
I don't really a left winger though.
I know what you're gonna say, Matt. We ain't getting Mbappe, bro.
What about Vinny Jr. as well, though?
But we ain't getting Vinny either, bro.
No, but you just said any amount of money.
No, but realistically, come on. You think Vinny's leaving Madrid?
No, we're not. I'm just saying. Oh, quick. Would you take? Here's one for you. Would you take Rodrigo? And here's the thing: Rodrigo is actually naturally a left winger, but it's had to play on the right because of Vinny Jr.
No, I agree. He's very good. I'm taking Musiala over.
No, not Musiala over Rodrigo. I'm saying, would you take Rodrigo over Diaz?
No.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I think I would.
I think Rodrigo cold, you know.
You lot are doing Diaz a disservice. I can't lie.
Bro, no,
Rodrigo is fantastic players, bro.
Bro, you know when Rodrigo was at Santos, he was actually left winger, but Real Madrid kind of converted. He does like the. In fact, the way how they play now, yeah. When Vinny Jr. has been injured, and he was injured, Vinny Jr. got injured this season. If you watch the way how Rodrigo plays, he likes to go to the left, bro. He likes the left-hand side, bro. That's like his thing, innit? But he's had to play on the right. Bro, Rodrigo would 100% cook for Liverpool, fam.
You wouldn't take Musiala over Diaz?
Not for left wing, no.
Oh, bro.
Not for left. I'd love to have
Rodrigo's better than Diaz. I think Rodrigo's more clutch than Diaz.
Musiala, Nunes, or Jota in the number 9 and Salah on the right.
Rodrigo's not missing them chances.
I think you'd be wasting him, Cal, playing him left wing, if I'm honest.
But he'd do what Coutinho would do, but just with pace.
I would prefer Rodrigo on the left. than I think Musiala is a hybrid. Like he's like
Musiala on the left.
he's cold. Though.
Musiala
I
does
don't
all
know.
of
I'm
his
just trying to
damage.
think: is he a left winger or an attacking mid? Though?
Middle. I don't know about playing him out wide. I think that's.
Musiala
in
can
the-
play both
I'm picking
sides.
Rodrigo though.
Comfy.
Nah,
Musiala-
Rodrigo's a player, but I'm not swapping.
Musiala with Robbo or Simicas overlapping. Oh, bro.
Do you know what could definitely work? I just thought about it now. Say like, this is. I don't really want to think about it, but new era, yeah. Salah's gone, like I don't know, 3 years later, yeah. And the inside, say we got Alonso, and the inside forwards were on the like, just for argument's sake, Musiala and Rodrigo, and then you got Nunes. Oh my gosh, bro! I'm telling you,
How much did you just spend in that statement?
Yeah, but we know what this. We know what Matt's on though. We know what Matt's.
No, I said 3 years down the line.
Salah and Rodrigo.
Yeah, but I said 3 years down the line. No, but I'm saying no, but you build gradually, though, innit? You build gradually. You're not going to get them both in the same window.
Do you know why I say?
You're telling me that couldn't be realistic? Like 3 years
over
from
3 years. Over 3 years, I think it could be.
Of course it can
be.
If we have the ambition, I agree with Matt there. If we have the ambition, it could be over 3 years.
Of course it could be.
Do you not know who our owners are?
Bro, do you understand the players' contracts right now?
Do you think that they would pay $100 million for each of them?
Bro, Musiala's contract.
We can't say that right now, bro. We can't actually say that right now. 115 for Caicedo. Can't say that.
Yeah, right but that was just one, bro. 2. You've got to spend that twice to get Rodrigo and
3 years from now.
Yeah, but in 3 years.
So you're telling me in 2027, Liverpool can't fork up enough money to get Musiala and Rodrigo, and what you think we're going to buy them both at premium? You know,
we don't even know. We don't even know where their careers will be in 3 years. That's quite long down the line, bro.
I will say, because Mbappe is going to Madrid, that opens the door a little bit for Rodrigo. That's the reason I'm even saying Rodrigo as well. Opens the door a little bit.
Do you know why I believe
Real Madrid will just stockpile, bro?
Musiala works left wing for me in the same way Foden works right wing for City.
I don't know, man. I think you're wasting him out wide, Cal. I think he'd be the perfect 8, attacking 8 in the system we play now. I think it'd be a waste having him out left, bro. I'll be honest.
Him just, bro, the front three. Do you know how fluid that front three would be?
Yeah, but you know the way Coutinho played left wing well, but you still always wished it was somebody else. That's how I'd feel if Musiala was there.
Musiala's got more pace.
He does have
and way more direct.
But he's got less trickery, so it balances out.
Whoa. Stop. Stop.
You're not going to sit here and tell me Musiala's got more trickery than Coutinho. Come on, bruv. No, Cal, you're doing too much, bro.
No, I'm not.
No, Cal, you're doing too much. Cal, you're doing too much.
This is where I got to leave the show. I'm being honest.
No, Cal, you did. No, Matt, you can't leave me like this.
I've actually got to leave though. I'm being actually.
No, Matt, Cal, you're doing too much, bro.
I'm not doing too
much.
Right,
I'll say this. Musiala has a lot of skill, but I think the game for Coutinho. Wait, all right, let me say this actually. I think football is easier for Coutinho. The game is easier for him.
Bro, I've seen Musiala dance through people like it's nothing.
Nah, but we're forgetting what Coutinho's done to some of the best players in the world. I'm not saying Musiala hasn't, by the way, but I'm just saying Musiala got trickery 100%. But
Coutinho got feet. But when it comes to
Johnny's about Coutinho. Dribbling, no, don't do that. Dribbling, you're talking about a guy that doesn't even use step overs. Coutinho just uses body feint.
What do you think Musiala does?
You see Hazard and Coutinho. Coutinho was like a slower Hazard the way I dribble, just slower. The man didn't use step over. You know Hazard didn't use no step overs.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's like head and shoulders like above or anything, but it's way closer to your making out drift.
No, but the way you said it was like you thought, like I said, like the trickery balances.
As a dribbler, for the left wing, I prefer Musiala as a dribbler. As an overall player, Coutinho was. We know what Coutinho.
You're saying Musiala is a better dribbler than Coutinho ever was. That's what you're saying.
Cal, you're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
Nah, Cal, you're doing fast. He's faster. Yeah, I just said dribbler.
Bruv, you're doing too much, bro.
Musiala is sick, by the way. But I just think to say.
Oh yeah, of course. Musiala is that guy. Like, there's no two ways about it. But come on, bro. He ain't got
just dribbling.
No, I look, bruv. Musiala is known for. What I'm saying is, I think he's levels, but I don't think he's at Coutinho's level yet. I think he'll get there, but not. I don't think he's there yet.
Fair dues.
But Coutinho
was like he was ice skating. Like, it was effortless. It was like. Look.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that like Musiala's head and shoulders, but I'm also not going to say Coutinho's head and shoulders either.
No, what it is though, is because Musiala's more explosive, so it might make him. But Coutinho just glide.
I'm saying for a left winger, I'd prefer Musiala's dribbling than Coutinho's.
I don't know.
But overall effectiveness, I think
because
Coutinho,
he's faster, he might suit a system better.
He's just way more direct than Coutinho was as a dribbler as well.
Yeah, but Coutinho's assist and goal scoring would have gone on to such a level if he'd have stayed
on
the
magician.
Klopp.
When I think about it, that's crazy.
Coutinho, he moved inside though. Coutinho moved inside.
What's that?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, let's say for example, he did look.
As a footballer, I want to make this clear. As a footballer, Coutinho clear, innit? Coutinho clear.
Oh yeah.
I don't even like. There's a reason I've just said dribbling. I've not said anything else.
Someone said Musiala is homegrown.
I ain't said shooting. I ain't said shooting. I ain't said creativity. I ain't said none of that. As a footballer, Coutinho clear. I'm just saying the dribbling, I might take Musiala.
Listen, the chat are
I know. This is gonna be another one that's up there.
Questioning your loyalty to homegrown players as well, still. One thing I will say, Musiala dribbling is crazy, but Coutinho was just like he was called the magician for a reason.
I said, stand up if you're fully clothed.
No, we're done. Someone said that apple juice came from the wrong tree.
Yeah, you know what? The chat's undefeated, man. The chat's undefeated.
I'll tell you what, though, Cal. To back you on one thing. Having Musiala at the club is definitely something Liverpool should be moving heaven and earth to do, though. Like, 100%. That kid is special. We should be moving heaven and earth to try and get that done. The kid's special. Chelsea, they just continue to just have so many players that you just ask questions. You just keep on asking questions. What's going on at Chelsea, bro? How did they let so many of these slip through the net?
You know, frying me in the chat, man. I knew this wouldn't go down well. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Oh, man.
Right, let's help the supers.
Guys, I got to shoot.
Yes, big up, brother.
Love you, man. People, smash that like button. Trust me. Please, it really helps the channel. I'm out, people. Love as always.
Yeah, man. I'm going to shout you daytime, fam.
Yeah, cool, fam.
Imran said I'm smoking ganja apples, you know. Ganja apples, you know. That's a high grade. Dynamic Edition says, boys, was watching a snippet on the LFC channel of Endo yesterday. The man is just amazing. Made KDB throw up his hands in anger 5 times after losing the ball. Endo's the guy, man. I'm actually going to do another video on Endo. I'm actually going to do a video on the main channel, and I'm going to do an apology video for Endo.
Cal, are we not talking enough? I mean, I know you wasn't in the match reaction, obviously. Are we not talking enough about De Bruyne's performance yesterday? Because you know everybody always wants to wax lyrical, and don't get me wrong. Of course, he's a great player. But you know, like he comes back from his injury, and he scores and does an assist against Newcastle, and it's brilliant, by the way. Not taking anything away from it. And the first thing we hear is that's why he's better than Gerrard. You know, people go there. Like they do too much, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like they do too much. Like, do we not have to hold the same energy with performances like yesterday and ask questions of being like, okay, apart from an absolutely exceptional cross from the set piece, he was kind of a ghost in the game. That's a league deciding biggest game of the season. Endo, the player nobody rated, was badding him up. So it's like, do we not have to have do we not have to have a bit of, do we just leave it? Do we just leave it?
I think you can big up Endo without bringing KDB down.
Okay.
Personally. KDB.
I know you've got KDB stocks.
No, I'm going to be KDB is that guy. Let's be real. KDB in the first half was pulling strings for them, innit? He's that guy. He is that guy.
No, of course, he's an exceptional player, of course. But he had a stinker yesterday, though. And Haaland had a stinker as well, bro.
Yeah. He usually does it.
God forbid Nunes played the same game that Haaland had, and then the narrative would be rare.
I can only speak from what I saw, and I only watched up until the penalty pretty much went in. I don't think Nunes had a great game from what I saw either.
He didn't have a great game, but he had a way better game than Haaland.
Again, from what I saw, I'm only speaking up to what I saw, which was when he won the penalty. I think him and Haaland were having a pretty much similar game.
No, I still think he was better than. But I mean, maybe you're right, because after the penalty, his link-up play was brilliant. He should have had 2 assists. He should have had a goal, but he wasn't past the ball.
Okay.
Like Nunes was actually really good in the second half. Until
guys, I've said the caveat, guys. I didn't watch after the penalty when I can only speak up until the penalty. That's what I'm saying here. But yeah, Endo's the guy, man. Not gonna sit here and say I don't want another DM because I'm greedy, but he's been brilliant, man. Since December, he's been absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what I will say? Yeah, somebody's just asked a question, and I'm not even saying it's based on that tantrum. I'm saying it based on his age. I think De Bruyne leaves City this year. You know, at the end of this year.
In fact, I say that. Here's the thing: if he leaves, we're going to celebrate, but we know they're going to go and do a madness in the market if he leaves, though, isn't it?
But they can't replace Kevin.
They don't necessarily need to, bro. They'll bring in a couple players that will just replace his numbers and his influence, bro. Like we know what, especially if the charge get dropped.
How do you replace his influence, bro?
Well, let's say they're going to get Musiala and Paqueta. All right, then.
I think as an overall team, they'd be better, but I still don't think any of them have the influence that he has. So, like, they would still be losing that.
Fair, dude.
I just think he'll see out his career at somewhere like Madrid or Barcelona or something like that. I think he's going to leave. He's 33 now as well. I think he's going to go in the summer. Something just tells me that his body's starting to tell him the Premier League might be a bit too much now.
Yeah. Darth Callum says that drifty laugh. Matt, lock your doors up, bro. Been on the receiving end of that laugh myself, bro. H says Jackson versus Botman looking like AJ versus Ngannou. Yeah, I can't speak about the Ngannou situation, man. That hurt. I'm an AJ guy, but hurt seeing Ngannou.
I didn't want him to go out like that.
Yeah, not like that,
man. It was hard viewing. Viewing.
Ngannou's my guy, bro. See him get moved up like that was a lot. AJ
this man walked from Cameroon to France, and that punch was like harder than anything he's faced in. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, Jiff, man. You didn't need to do that. You did not need to do that, man.
Oh, man.
You do need to do that, man.
Look.
Oh man, as I said, that weren't AJ in there. That was Oliver Femi in there that night, man. But yeah, that was hard. It was hard viewing, man. It was hard viewing. I was one of. I'll say it straight. I was one of them who was like, yeah, I think Ghani's gonna do it. I don't think AJ can avoid his power for 12 rounds or 10 rounds. Shout out to Jamie Phillips, bro. Jamie was just like, how he's gonna beat up Ngannou. He's gonna make it look easy, and I was like, nah, Jay, bro. The first knockdown, I was like, calm. The second one, I was like, oh, this is bad. I was like, this is really bad. But when he lined him up for the third one, so I was like, oh no.
That was mad.
It was bad. It was bad. Sorry, Jeff, give me 1 sec. Just 1 sec.
Yeah. Cool. Ah, man. Sometimes I gotta proof to read myself, guys. H says Edwards is a techie one. He'll sell Adrian for 30 mil, but offer Salah 150k pay reduction with an obligation to clean his. Oh, right. Oh, man.
Say good night, Tom. Is that why you're coughing? Say good night, Uncle.
Good night, Uncle.
Night, little man.
Say big up. Say ba-la-la-la. You can't know you're gonna get in trouble if you play with that. 1 second.
Oh man. Let me get rid of that one. Ganging deep, big up, bro. Says Evening Kings. I can't lie, a draw in the weekend wasn't good enough. We needed that win. PTSD with Liverpool in title races in the past is a real thing. And when we never got over the line, 1920 was a cakewalk for us. Also, is a real thing. Never got over the line. 1920 was a cakewalk. I think there's a bit of a misconception when people don't think that we went for adversity when we won the league because we were just so brilliant. Before Christmas was a real slog. I don't know if you agree, Cal, but when we did win the league, I still think up until like January was a real slog. That like it was still difficult. We still didn't know for a guarantee. We didn't have a lead at that point enough to truly believe it was done. January. I think. No, up to January. I think it was once we came back from the Club World Cup in January.
No, we came back in December, bro. Remember, it's the Leicester game where we started being like, yeah, league's done now. It's the Leicester game. That was December.
Was that not like early January?
I was boxing. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. It was around my mum's house having.
It's close. Fair enough, but like it's. I believe the cakewalk when we won the league was like maybe more late January, February onwards, when it was like, okay, this is becoming a bit easy now. We are going to win this. But like, I don't think before that it was a cakewalk. I wouldn't be like,
the moment we beat City, I think we beat City at Anfield 3-1, and then I think they dropped points. It was done, bro. It was done.
No, because at that point, I think the lead was 7 points, I think.
No, I think it was like 9 or 10. It was done, bro. It was.
What? So you thought at that early stage of the league, you still thought that it was done?
Yes, bro. You know me, bro. It was done.
I know you were super confident. I remember how confident you were, but like you thought it was done. Like you thought,
done. Bro. Leicester City. If you'd given me the title on the day we beat Leicester City, bro, like I'd be like, yeah, cool, it's here now. The only thing that stopped us getting the trophy that season would have been the pandemic. It was done, bro.
Fair dude.
It was done. But when we beat Leicester, remember Leicester was second in the league when we played them. You know, it wasn't City. Leicester was second in the league.
Yeah. No, I remember after that it started to become very clear we were going to do it. I don't think before the Club World Cup we could say it was a cakewalk. I still think it was grinding out results. It was still like, remember there was a Leicester last minute winner. Villa last minute winner. Like we weren't just like battering everyone. It was just easy and like
those are like October, September. That was like September, October.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before we went to the Club World Cup, that period of the season, I don't think was easy. It wasn't a cakewalk. I don't think that was easy.
It was calm.
That's just me anyway.
It was calm. But I do agree, in tight title races, then we have always come up short. We have. The record books don't lie, though. Which is very frustrating. So hopefully we make it 4-time lucky. Hearty Momo says, as an Arsenal fan, Oliver came back from the bye and didn't give Kovacic one of the clearest reds, then the most obvious second yellow card before Pep's. Facts. Did we watch that game, or what? No, that game was playing in the background when we were doing the review of a game.
Yeah, we were live and it was on, and nobody could believe Kovacic got away with that tackle.
Bruv, the first one was a red. The second one,
was a definite second.
Bruv, it was ridiculous. Teke says, question: who would you pick in your team between Nunes or Haaland? I personally pick Nunes any day. I also included personality, not just talent.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tiki.
If you'd asked me this a year ago, I'd have always gone Haaland. I think it depends on the team setup now. I don't think Nunes would thrive at City, but I don't know if Haaland would thrive as much at Liverpool.
You know, I was talking with my brother about this. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but I agree anyway. I think if you put Haaland in the box, he's one of the biggest killers I've ever seen. Like, honestly, like when he's in the box, he's one of the biggest killers I've ever seen. So his strike rate and his goal scoring is sensational.
I do think his link-up play is heavily underrated.
As a footballer, he is as basic as Liddles.
Big up Liddle, by the way.
He's as basic as Liddle. As a footballer, Cal, Haaland's worse than Crouch.
No, Drifty's not.
No, as a footballer, he's worse than Crouch. I rate Crouch quite highly. He's worse than Crouch, bro. He is just an absolute killer in the box. Anywhere outside the box, he's basic, bro.
See, this
basic.
That's where I disagree. Like, I think that's going too far.
That's fair, but I just think he's basic. Outside of his predatory in the box skills. But that's just me.
M. Tom, is he saying, just wish Ramadan Kareem to everyone. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Ramadan Kareem to everyone celebrating. I'm having a date to start the evening. Pause. Fruit date. My real talk. Try fast for a day, but spiritually don't break the fast by going with sweets galore. I'm actually gonna fast during Ramadan. I tend to, because I've got very close friends who are Muslim, so I tend to try and do that. And plus, I'm just trying to incorporate fasting into my diet, full stop, as well. So
I don't know. Sometimes I kind of like almost fast accidentally because I realize it's dinner time and I haven't eaten yet. But I don't think I could go 24 hours.
It's not 24-hour fast. It's sun.
Aren't you only allowed to eat at sunrise?
It's sunrise to sunset that you fast for. I've done 24-hour fast.
So what's it, about an 18-hour fast maybe then?
Not even. Remember, it gets dark quite early at the moment in the UK.
Okay.
It's definitely not 24 hours.
Maybe then.
Sunrise at the moment in the UK is maybe about 6 in the morning, and then sunsets maybe about 5:30.
Okay, so it's more like a 13-hour fast then, roughly, something like that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you eat breakfast at 3:30 in the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you know what? I wouldn't be able to do all the big meals. I could probably do. I wouldn't be able to avoid having a little snack, a little bit of chocolate. That's the bit I wouldn't be able to avoid. A little sweet, a little cake, a little. Yeah, like I'll be like even like a biscuit. I'm a man who just go in the cupboard quickly and just grab a jammy Dodger or something. Like that's the bit I would struggle with.
It's more mind over matter, you know, Drift.
I think
the hardest part about it is maybe, again, speaking from the times where I have fasted, was just not drinking anything. That was the hardest bit, especially if you're doing a lot of talking. But if you keep yourself busy,
because you're not even,
then it's not too bad. H says, respect Schmacker, where's Dupe and brought us Endo. Sorry, Drift again. Bear with me 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the no drinking water thing, not even necessarily water, but just drinking, that might be difficult for me as well, actually, if I'm being honest. One in a million says, what transfers Michael Edwards done wrong for us to worry? No, what it is, bro, I'm not worrying about his transfers. I would be a little bit concerned about the power. I think that's what we've been talking about more than anything. I do believe that the power is the thing that would be the worry. Him having all of that control could end up being, he's not a power freak, but it could also be, whoa, what if he's a power freak? I think that's what people are more worried about, what people are more anxious about when it comes to the whole Michael Edwards thing. So yeah, that's more what I would say. Not like what, and the thing is, remember, he wouldn't be the director of football. So unless he is actually doing a job of somebody else he's hired, it would be Hughes who was supposed to be doing those things. Do you get what I mean? So yeah. Hold on, do you know what? You know what? Sam Keller, big up, bro. I've seen it a couple times, man. I'll big up yourself, man. Too broke to send a super chat. But please answer. If we won the title with so many things against us, would it be the second greatest Premier League achievement behind Leicester?
Yes, from me.
I'm just trying to think of any of the other Premier League achievements.
It's a definite yes from me.
Do you know what I will say? Yeah, as much as I don't think it was a cakewalk before Christmas, only after Christmas when we won the league, I think people really downplay how spectacular we were that year. You know, like for all the achievements that everybody's had, Cal, all the things that Pep's done, all the things that Wenger did, all the things Mourinho's done, Fergie, all the things that all of these men did. Klopp won the league quicker than it's ever been won. And I think it would have been even quicker if the pandemic hadn't got in the way. Like, people, 99 points. And again, we would have been Centurions without the break. Like there were so many things that break messed up because of the way the world fell apart in that moment. We would have done the 100 points. We would have won it sooner. Like, that achievement was special, you know.
A lot of people are saying Blackburn. The reason why you're saying Blackburn is because of where Blackburn are now. Blackburn spent a lot of money to win that league, you know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they spent a lot of money to win that league. Like Blackburn were not underdogs like that. It's not similar to the Leicester situation. We're thinking about Blackburn now, but Blackburn back then were a real force.
And look who their manager was.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't a massive surprise.
And you want to know what? You've actually got to rate Liverpool's actual morals and principles, because imagine we're playing Blackburn final day of the season, let them win the league, beat them, and Man United win the league, and we still beat them. To show we've got the morals, we're not just going to do the you know what I mean? And thankfully West Ham did their job and Blackburn still got the title. But think about that, Cal. Deep how much it takes to have the morals to still do that.
I'm not gonna lie. A couple people were looking at Jamie Redknapp sideways when he scored that goal. He might have got rushed.
But no, come on, bro. Like, it's got to be rated. It's got to be rated for us to put that much professionalism into a performance that's going to win Man United the title.
Jamie Redknapp would have got rushed that night badly, Drew. There wouldn't have been no Spice Boys, bro.
But look, I'm just saying.
1 in a million says, what transfer has Michael Edwards done wrong for us to worry?
Oh, yeah. I've answered this one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, nothing off the top of my head. Beijing Reds TV said, my brother, big up to Beijing Reds TV. Go and subscribe. My brothers, do you get its fear Edwards could sell the older members of the team, Mo, Robbo, etc.? Yeah, I do. Robbo, I think, has to really be careful.
Not from me, though, you know, Cal. After losing Klopp, after losing Mane, after losing, you know, some of my favorite players, I genuinely don't really care about that as much anymore. I'm almost numb to it, if I'm being honest.
Welcome to my world.
So, like,
you're fine.
I don't really necessarily, I don't think you can hurt me anymore in that regard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I told you.
Like, come on, you lot all know in this community, Klopp leaving is going to be the end of me having that. Like,
do you know what? Tell a lie. I didn't think anything else could hurt me until Klopp's leaving.
Like
Titanium.
Klopp leaving? Bro, I lost Mane. I lost Origi. Now I'm losing Klopp. Yeah, bro. Even my captain left. Bro, you can't hurt me anymore, bro. You can't hurt me anymore, bro.
We're titanium now.
Yeah, bro. You can't hurt me anymore, bro.
Big up to Change.
Why does have to come on you, man? Why you have to talk about do this, man? Let's not go.
It was Gerrard and Torres that really did it for me. Alonso leaving really hurt. When
if you would have gone back that far, then yeah.
When Gerrard left, bro.
Genie, I lost Genie. Yeah, look, man.
Genie really hurt.
Bruv.
But Chainsaw DH says, glad to watch you guys. My birthday. Big up to you all. Big up to yourself, Chainsaw. Happy birthday. This is for you, bro.
Big up.
Happy birthday. Big up yourself.
And you know what, bro? While we're there, that's a great segue as well. Clinton Elvis, big up your damn self, bro. Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? Keep killing it. The people are loving him at the moment. It was his birthday the other day as well. He's on tour right now. So we have to drop the beat for him as well. Hopefully he is watching. He said he would be. Happy birthday, bro. Big up yourself.
Big up Clinton. Teke says, with all the hard work our forwards do, it's going to be 50-50 for them in front of goal. Diaz will improve and is always involved. Not everyone is Mane. Very true.
Speaking of Mane, there you go. SL, Bobby and Flacco hurting, leaving hurt as well, man. But like, if we're talking about my actual guys, once Mane left, I kind of realized anything can happen. Like, we spoke about this before on the channel. Mane is my favorite Liverpool player of all time. And I know Cal looks at me sideways when I say that, but like, he's my favorite Liverpool player of all time. Like, he just is. And I mean, bro, listen, guys, again, you don't know Thiago. Like, I'm trying to come to terms with it already. It's like a long, drawn out thing, isn't it? Like, but these not seeing these, and the thing is, you lot all have a go at me about Thiago, so you lot know when he leaves, it's gonna bun me. But Klopp, like, I do believe nothing's gonna bother me like Klopp. Nothing's gonna bother me like Klopp leaving. Like, Klopp leaving is gonna bother me more than anything. So like, it's mad. It's mad. Yeah. I don't even believe it's real still. I'm just waiting for the got you.
He ain't leaving, man. Ty says Diaz absolutely hustled, running on empty yesterday. Yeah, from what I've heard, he absolutely was.
No, but he absolutely. Do you know what he did? He did a Conor McGregor, bro. He looked absolutely shattered in the third, and in the fourth, out of nowhere, he just caught the second win. But all the skinning up that people are talking about was in the last 15 minutes. Like he went into like overdrive, bruv, and just started. Bruv, Rodri was like this, holding on, falling on his face. Then he sends Walker to the shop in the same mood. Like, bruv, he just started cooking, bruv. No. I think he started to realize I've missed them chances. Nah, this is mad. This is mad. I'm not gonna lie, it got crazy. Like I wish Matt was still here because he's not here to defend himself. He said some wild shit. Ask the people about Diaz.
I can imagine.
He got caught up in his emotions. He said some wild shit, bro. And we were all angry, but like he went wild, bro. I had to rein him back in a bit. I had to be like, rah. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Liao is a spicier Doku speed merchant. Bring Craver. I kind of agree.
No, that's disingenuous.
Do you watch Liao often though?
I watch him when I can. I'll probably say I watch him about 10 times a season live, and then catch highlights in some of the other games. He's a brilliant technician. I get why people think it might not work in the Prem. Like, when you say he might not work in the Prem, I do get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from, but I think he will. I think he'll be all right. He's super talented. So yeah, I think he'll be all right. Yeah. Teke says, shit, Matt's not here. Liao cannot work in his team. Oh, right. Ironically, afterwards, just saying he doesn't work hard and doesn't care about output. Maybe Craver, but I prefer Diaz. Bless up, brother. Sorry, Matt. We'll make sure Matt sees this Teke, so don't worry. I do kind of know what you mean about his mentality a bit. Like, he can be a little bit like that, more like the maverick, not the hard worker. But I do think we've seen other players be turned around. Klopp famously said, if I could teach Curtis Jones how to defend, then anyone can learn to defend, because he said Curtis Jones is the most attack-minded player he's ever had in his life. So, you know what I mean? But I do get where you're coming from. But could we not say the same about Mbappe? Mbappe's just a better player. Like, is Mbappe going to work hard and run back and do all that stuff? It's like sometimes a maverick does get a blight. I mean, Mbappe is an output guy, which is the difference. Mbappe does care about output. So, like, I get that it's different in that way. But, I mean, not having that player who's going to help defensively, like,
Yeah, I think Mbappe is a bad example to use, bro.
It was. I realized it as soon as I said it. Yeah, as soon as I said it, I realized it was a bad example. Official AMD. I never knew how much Coutinho hurt Cal until that Musiala comment. # in my feelings. Musiala serious though. Hate, hold on. Anytime is hate. Hate, man. Hate. I can't read that out, G. I can't read that out. Teke says, I don't know if y'all noticed, Pep lost his players in the second half. Not all of them, Teke, but I definitely saw a bit of a change in the mentality. And like Cal, here's the mad thing, because you didn't watch it. I don't know if you know this yet, but like Pep kind of went into himself, bro. And it was almost like he had a bit of an inferiority complex in the second half. And like, I've never seen City, I don't know if the people agree with me on this, I've never seen City bullied and outplayed the way we outplayed them in that second half. Like, maybe I am being biased. Let me know, guys, if I'm going too far. But just based on memory, I can't think of a time where for 45 minutes, Man City looked so inferior to the opposition. I've never seen it, bruv. We absolutely battered them in the second half, Cal. How we didn't get another 2 or 3 goals is a bit of a crime, like, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like he kind of, and then the thing is, Cal, have you seen at the end when Klopp hugged him and he took him in like a child? Like it was brother, it was crazy. It was actually crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, I do think he almost had like a second half inferiority complex. And he just couldn't believe how much of a peppering his team was taking. But I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy. Two more. Vitu says, Drift and Cal, on the Blackburn United subject, do you think Everton would do that for us versus Arsenal if they go down, if it goes down to the final day? No, they'll
roll their back and get their belly rubbed.
100%. All right, Cal. All right, let me big up Vitu. Let me remix Vitu's question just briefly. What do you think would be the situation if the loss for Everton was relegation, but the win was Liverpool get the title?
They'd draw the game.
No, draws relegation as well. No, I say a draw still wins Liverpool the title. Arsenal need 3 points. So anything they take off Arsenal keeps them up, but Liverpool win the league. Or they beat Arsenal and then
they don't care about
like, what do you think?
They'll get relegated.
You think nah, surely that's got to be too far. They're not going to take being in a new stadium in the Championship for their hate of Liverpool. Surely. That would be mad. Now, that would be I would actually applaud that level of hate. I'm not even going to lie. I would applaud that level of hate. They don't even know if they'll ever come back again. But that would be crazy. That would be crazy, bro. Jamrock, big up, bro, says, so if the... Shit, what happened? Where'd it go? I found it. Jamrock says, so if the important goals down the stretch fall to Diaz and he doesn't convert enough of them, and we don't win the league, we good with Diaz not a goal scorer? Nah, because obviously, like, he can't be doing it every time. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about in the moment of what it was. Yeah, he can't just keep doing it over and over and over again. So, all right. So, Jamak, I just ask you in retrospect to that. Then, are you saying that if Diaz had another 3 games between now and the end of the season where he had a similar scenario to what happened with City, are you blaming Diaz for why we don't win the league? Then, on the other side, like, is that what we're saying? I don't know. I'm just asking.
He definitely has to become more clinical, though.
Yeah, I definitely want him to be getting more goals. I do. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. But I do think he's the tech guy in the team. It's a lost art form, and I'm not gonna be, thinking every single one of our players. Because what's crazy is we're already at the point that I said would be they'd all get double figures. I still believe on top of the double figures they'll all get 15 plus. I still believe they'll all do that as well. They're all on course to almost do that, if I'm not mistaken. Like, can you ask for that much more? But I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? We'll see. But yeah, that's all the supers. So people, I mean, Cal, is there any more topics? Are we done with the top? Yeah, we're done with the topics. Ram, I agree with you. I mean, we've been saying this for a minute. Like, it goes without saying, you know what I mean? It absolutely goes without it absolutely goes without saying. We shouldn't have talked about Klopp leaving. It's too sore a subject, Cal. Too tough a subject. But yeah, people, big up yourselves. been myself, Drift. It's been Cal. It's been Kopish. Obviously, Matt had to shoot off. There's been some wild takes. We've had fun. Big up everyone who's been sending in their supers as well. Cal, do we have a thing on the likes? Can we have a check on the likes, please, brother? Because I'm really hoping that the people haven't left us at like 300 or something crazy like that. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, guys. Can we at least be leaving the stream with 700? At least 700. Come on. Big up, Pimp. Oh no, hold on. Let me wait until Cal. But are you still there, Cal? This one's for you, bro. Pimp says, told you, Cal, girls hit different. If that was Stevie or Robbie, they'd be in the crib and told you just get on with it. Is that true? Is it not true?
I would never treat any of my kids any different to the others. We're on 571. Should be on at least 1,000.
How many are we on?
571.
Come on, guys. Come on, man.
I'll be on at least 1,000.
At least 7. Come on, at least 7. At least 7. This is quite funny, bro.
Do you know what? I'm better than I thought I'd be. But yeah, it's different. It is different.
Yeah. Wait till she starts manipulating you. You will see.
What do you mean?
The talking, with the puppy eyes, the talking, the sweet talking, all that stuff, bro. Yeah, it was.
I won't let that happen.
All right, Jamrock saying this, but that we leave out with. It could just mean he's not a starter, Drift. I hear that.
I agree.
I hear that.
I think he is a starter.
I hear that. Like, if we can improve on him, but he's still part of the squad, I've got no issue with that.
Yeah.
I've got no issue with that. But he's a baller, man. He'll be fine. Him and Gakpo will be fine, guys. They'll be fine, man. Like, they'll be fine, man. Let's not worry about it.
I know I said it. Gakpo worries me. Not because of his talent. I just don't know if he's suited to this league.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, 100%, guys. It is definitely coming this month without a shadow of a doubt.
Apologies in advance to you guys and to Matt, though, because...
Do you want to know what's crazy? Yeah, because a couple of people are saying about, because I was going to do, like, I started filming the managerial mode today. And then, like, it started to glitch. I don't know what was going on. It just started like glitching. It went a bit crazy. So I had to like stop it. And then I didn't get a chance to restart it because something else came up like randomly at the time. So you would have had it today, guys, the career mode. So apology. Like, this is just, and the thing is, I can even release the footage. Cal can even vet this for me. If you go into the background of streamer right now, Cal, to see the people I'm live and see the pre-records, and you can literally see the career mode video there. It'll be about 11 minutes long. Like, it's right there. If you could just vet the people so they know I'm not lying. But
bro, is Pro Club that hard?
I'm doing managerial mode at the moment, managerial career mode at the moment. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. Like, you got to do all the transfers and all the
See, but I like that side of it because that's similar to like
Yeah, it's like Football Manager, but more in the you play it than you watch it. But like, yeah, it's very much like that. Like,
that's
these man will, you know what I mean? Man United just offered me 25 million for Joe Gomez.
I hope you told them what to do with it.
Oh, of course I did, bro. Of course I did, bro. Yeah, no, Ram, I know. We're gonna get that all sorted out and stuff because we know like there's a few things, yeah. But you know, it wasn't even StreamYard that was the issue. It was the actual EA game. I don't know if the server was running slow. I don't know what it was, but for some reason it just kept glitching. So yeah, I will definitely be getting that out for you guys, though. Don't worry. And Drifty's review will be out tomorrow afternoon, breaking down the whole weekend now that the Chelsea Newcastle games happened. Let me watch it, and then I always bring it that full review of the whole weekend, and I'll talk a little bit more about the Man City Liverpool situation and stuff. So tomorrow afternoon, guys, Drifty's review, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to go live for that one, most likely. It's normally a pre-record. I think I'm going to go live for that one, so we can talk. So, yeah. Big up everyone. And, yeah,
Just
Stay
want to take a
tuned.
picture of something that Jamrock sent. It's a good shout, Jamrock, for a show idea.
It's been a good one. You've had us for longer than you was meant to today as well. But big up everyone. How many likes are we on that? Do you know what? This has been a really cool Monday night show as well. We're nearly 1,200 strong for the majority of the show, which has been really good tonight. So big up everyone.
591.
Around to say, my dad said it wasn't a penalty. Well worth getting kicked out for again. Man, had to tell him my opinion. No, don't give me joke, bro. Do not give me joke.
Have you watched UFC yet?
I've seen the only one I haven't seen, but it got ruined for me. And this is what I hate about YouTube. It got ruined for me. Live, I watched up to, what was the first or the second fight of the main card? I'm trying to remember.
First fight was Yan versus Sonia Don.
Yeah, that was the last fight I watched up to live. What a fight that was, by the way.
That was a great fight.
And then, caught the others on like highlights. But then, the main one got ruined for me, which I was really, really annoyed about. So
I'm still
gonna watch it, even though it's been ruined for me. Obviously, I want to see, but
Cheeto might just have the best chin in all of MMA, bro. Might be better. Might be better than Max's.
Bro. Overall, did you think it was a good card?
Yeah, it was a good card. It was. Yeah, it was. It's just we were just knackered though, because we did the prelim for the first time as well, and it just, bro, it was like a 5.5 hour stream. It was rough, bro. At that time in the morning as well. Oh, I still have.
Even I can imagine.
Well, people, tomorrow Tuesday, we got to do a preview tomorrow.
Yes,
Sparta Prague. Got to do a preview, so we'll let you know, guys, when that's going out. So make sure you keep the notifications switched on, and also follow us on social media. And then Wednesday we'll see what we're doing. We'll keep you posted. Thursday will be the game and watch along. And then we'll go from there. Friday will be a preview again for the Man United game on Sunday. Another busy week from us, people. Another busy week.
The big games
can't get rid of them.
To let everyone know as well, the main part of where the pro clubs should be dropping will be during the international break. So hold tight for that. Hold tight.
Indeed. And now, Drift, anything you want to say to people before we say good night?
Just appreciate you all. Love as always. Big up your damn selves, and we'll catch you on the flip side, man.
Indeed. Couldn't have said it any better. People, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you all for watching. We are Team Kop-Ish. Stay safe, stay blessed. Our people. Take care.
Peace.